You're watching the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
The Lawrence leap got it done this time as the Jaguars finish off a 44-yard, 9-run drive that chewed up, 7.5 minutes? What an odd football game, but welcome to the NFL. Like, why are we so surprised at these things? Oh, but the Jags only beat the Raiders by 1. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. They won, and we're not talking about a loss, and we could have been talking about a lot of different things.
The Packers just lost to the Panthers at home.
Yeah, it's a crazy league,
Green
man.
Bay is calling for Matt LaFleur, which is crazy to me.
It's just a crazy, crazy league, and we just don't want to admit that. Like, I just don't think we ever want to admit it. I have so many people like, yeah, they beat the worst team in the league or one of the worst teams in the league. For a long time, the Jags have been one of the worst teams in the league, and they found a way to win, and I said it yesterday or whatever time it was. This is the third time this year, the Chiefs game, the Houston game, and this game where the Jags usually lose.
Yeah.
And they've, I don't know how the hell Devon Hamilton knocked that ball down. He was wide open in the end zone.
Thank God he did.
Couldn't stop anything. And the offense bailed him out, and Cam Little bailed him out. And
who knew the spark to get this team going would have been a record-breaking field goal? Because it seemed like ever since that kick, like it was a different team. It felt
different team.
It's wild.
At least on offense.
On offense,
it was a different team on defense too, because they actually played okay in the first half.
That's a good point.
It's a wild game, and I'll start there because again, I have no idea what time we're tweeting on the plane or sharing, but you have all these thoughts, when you come out of the game and the locker room and you start digesting what just happened, and really, I think where I land on Austin is how big of a win this was for Liam Coen and this Liam Coen era, if you will, or where this goes. I'm such a big believer that you cannot continue to have so much scar tissue, meaning losses and adversity and be chasing and get to where you want to go as a franchise and turn this thing around as a consistent winner. To me, this was that game. Going into it, I thought this was a massive game. I think we talked about during the bye week how big of a deal I think this is for Coen. Adversity has struck with the 2 straight losses. You looked really bad against the Rams, and you've got some injuries. And then on top of it, they get more on Thursday with Travis Hunter. And you're supposed to beat the Rams if you're any good, and you kind of flip this around. All those different things. I mean, this was before the game we thought this, or at least I did.
Raiders.
What did I say?
Rams.
Yeah, Raiders. Yeah. And so I just think now at the back end of it, to at least the Jags won that game, to now be able to be 5-3. And I think I said to Hamby over the week, I said, it's so important to stay ahead of the sticks, if you will, in the win column, right? Because once you get to 4-4, now you go to Houston and you're 4-5, and oh man, like now it could go off the rails.
Yeah.
Well, now 5-3 is a big deal. It's so different than 4-3-1 or 4-4, quite frankly. But I think really the Cam Little part of this for Coen says a lot to me. He was so adamant that that's our guy.
Yeah, I mean, and listen, I question at least bringing competition to try to light a little bit of a fire. He doesn't, and it proved to pay dividends. Obviously, I think when you see somebody in practice, you have a pretty good idea of what they're capable of. Liam Cohen's been a giant Cam Little defender. I think when a lot of people haven't, and obviously it's about making your field goals. And Cam Little for the past couple weeks hadn't done that. I'm not gonna lie, I was like. I understand, like, at that point, it was kind of all or nothing, right? Like, try to get some points on the board. But I was like, man, if he misses this long one, which if he missed it, nobody would have batted an eye because who's really making that kick in the NFL?
Yeah, it's free money at that point, right?
It's free money. But then I'm like, well, if he misses this, what does that do for his psyche?
That's interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
And then what does it do for the team's psyche? So you can literally sit here and say that was the most important game of the season, and that may have been the most important play of this season, was literally that record-breaking field goal, because after that offense came, I think, back rejuvenated. I think the team had a little confidence, and if he doesn't make it, I'm not sure if we're having the same conversation. So it's wild how a kicker who was struggling a little bit kicks the record-breaking kick, and the team on offense kind of got a second wind.
Yeah, listen, you've been in the locker room, and look at the emotion. Look at this emotion out of.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this was after the game, by the way. He was the first one to greet him after. But I mean, I really think, and I don't have it queued up, but I listened to it, and I'm sure most people did. I just think this was such a big deal for Coen and belief in the locker room. And, hey, I got your back. And you know how that works. Like, you just know those little subtle things really work. I don't think that people care outside of the locker room often about those things. But, man, when you give confidence to somebody and they come and deliver and they come out of a funk like that, what does that do for your football team? What does that do for Cam Little, where he's going to help you down the road? And we said he's a young kicker with a lot of talent. Do you give up on that? But at the podium yesterday, Coen also was like, you guys tried to tell me to get rid of him, almost type of thing. He said something like that. Yeah, that wasn't the exact quote, but it was like, you tried to get him out of here.
Yeah.
You tried to tell me it was a problem. Like,
try to get him. Yeah.
You know, but that was, you know, because we know they're very transparent about what they hear and everything else. Like, he has a good feel for that. But that's why I think it was such a big deal. I stuck with him. We stuck with him as an organization. And we gave him another shot, and he delivered. And not only that, he gave us a shot in the arm. Like, I just think that goes really well. The post-game speech also mentioned Trevor. He was like, how about our quarterback? You know, I mean, again, Trevor's up against things now, too. And then, obviously, playing sick, and he throws the bad pick.
What was up with the playing? Why do they disclose that? Do they usually do?
I was right there. Actually, Hamby and I were both right there when they were doing that. Just happened to be in the same spot. But you have to disclose any kind of change. And so, it's like it's a procedural thing. And I think, to be honest with you, I think it's really probably a betting thing in a lot of ways. Like, you have to, and you have to also make the other team aware if somebody comes down with an injury of some kind now they can simply say, hey, he doesn't feel well, but his status is unchanged.
Now, that's always been the way it's been done? Like, if a player's not feeling good, they have to report it.
Yeah, and I think there's levels of feeling good. I got the sniffles.
Yeah. He was obviously throwing up,
right? Like he looked like crap and felt like crap.
Yeah.
So
now quarantine him, please. This week, if you have to.
Well, it is interesting. Now, you never know where you get stuff like that. Now, his wife Marissa also shared that she was sick the last couple of days, and she wasn't out with us at Jaguars All Access, by the way, at Strings. But he was also out and about Tuesday at Avenues Mall signing. They were also in London 2 weeks ago, you know. Then they had the bye week. This is the time of year you might get sick a little. I mean, it's a long season, right? And you're traveling a lot, and all these different climate changes. So I have no idea where he got it. Who knows? He's got a little kid. If you have a little kid, you get sick a lot more. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
So, but the bottom line is, he said after he was never not playing. But I think to the point where he was sick enough where they probably thought, hey, there is a chance that he doesn't play. And that's happening at like 10 in the morning. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I didn't think
about 3 hours before.
I didn't think of the whole betting thing because I was just wondering, like, damn, they're really gonna. Because I didn't know if when you put that out there, then it could lead to they're probably gonna run the ball a little more. Yeah. So then does that give the Raiders a little competitive edge to be like? So that's why obviously the reports broke early before I did the pregame show, and I was just like, I can't believe that's out there like that. Yeah, but okay.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a procedural thing.
Okay,
for sure. That's why I think it was a big deal for Coen. Again, I mean, I know I've been at times a little of a cheerleader for Coen. I'm just telling you, I think these things resonate inside locker rooms and moments like that. And, I went on to say yesterday, they're 2-0 out west now. I mean, this team freaking stinks out west. Like, they're awful. Those are automatic losses.
Yeah.
Usually. And they're now 2-0. Next week, they're going to play a game for the fourth week in a different time zone, fourth in a row. And then the next week, they're going to play in a fifth week because they come back home. But they played in Jacksonville. They played in London. They played in Vegas. Next week, they go to Houston Central Time Zone.
Yeah, but the hour to me is, I mean, like, the West Coast can make a difference, especially if you're playing later. Obviously, UK makes a big difference just because that's all you're discombobulated. Like, I was, the 1 hour difference isn't too bad, especially being in, it'll be a noon game there, but it'll be a 1 p.m. game.
I don't know. It's not a big deal. Yeah. Isolated, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
They'll do this 6 times in a row, by the way, because they'll come back to Jacksonville, then they'll go to Arizona.
Yeah.
And then actually they'll make it again because then they'll go to Tennessee, which is Central. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Life in the NFL, man.
I will tell you this, though, going into this game, I think I also said this to Hamby. I think it was a bigger deal traveling early to Vegas than early to London. Because I think that really sets, like, we were in Vegas what felt like 2 days, but body-wise we really weren't. It was a long, you know how that goes. Like, that's a different, it messes up your routine.
Well, the air too is a lot different. You have to get adjusted to just the climate.
So anyway, Jags get a huge win. At the end of the day, I think it's a season-saving win in many respects.
Absolutely.
And now they are right where they're probably supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe even better than where they're supposed to be.
I think that there might be a little, I mean, in terms of record, I think a little better than they're supposed to be. What it looks like on the field, I would say, I mean, the defense, you know, and we can break all that down as well.
Well, we can get right into it if you want
to get into it?
Well,
I mean,
I was concerned about the defense before the game.
Yeah. I don't know how many weeks on the defense, obviously, when you're putting up on the board the game records, where the game records beat you. You know, like in retrospect now, I mean, should you have just double-teamed Brock Bowers the entire time?
Yeah.
You know, because, I mean, he was the one guy I felt like you couldn't let beat you, and Brock Bowers had a pretty good day.
Pretty good.
Yeah, a really, really good day.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't claim to know X's and O's. They said they tried everything. They tried to double them. They tried the zone. They tried the man. They tried blitzing. They tried four-man rush. I mean, they tried. And by the way, I did see a lot of it. I don't know if I saw enough double team. I mean, I feel like if you want to take a guy out, you can take a guy out.
Yeah.
And now you might leave other stuff open. But he was the only guy that was killing him.
I would have been willing to risk it.
I think, especially in crunch time.
Yeah.
So, but the defense concerned me, Austin, going in, because you have Trayvon Walker, who obviously ends up getting ejected, but he's still not back. He had played 33 snaps in the last 3 games combined. He's playing with a club / whatever on his hand. Lloyd now misses another game. He looks pretty good. I got to believe he's coming back for this one. I think they just kept him out one more, but they're missing their playmaker in the middle, a guy that's been a playmaker for them. And then Eric Murray's a bigger loss, in my opinion, than a lot of people think. And, oh, by the way, they lost Travis Hunter. And then on the first play of the game, they lose Jordan Lewis. I had a problem with them going into the game on defense. Go back and look at I've said I'm concerned about their defense. They have every level of their defense is missing basically a guy that really contributes.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a problem because it's not a great defense to begin with. It can be a good defense. And then they go lose Lewis on the first play. Now you're really up against it. So, I mean, they are really banged up all of a sudden on both sides of the ball. And I think it showed on the defensive side.
So I think, obviously, losing Brenton Strange has affected them greatly in the past, and also the run game with his blocking. I think losing Devin Lloyd the past couple of games has affected them not only in terms of creating turnovers, but also their pass rush. Because I think, like with Ventrell, it's weird. Because with Ventrell Miller, you're getting consistency. I feel like you're getting a toughness. I mean, I love the reverse belly slam. I think it should have been a penalty.
It's unbelievable that's a penalty.
I'm not sure what you want him to do in that situation where you just want him to lightly tap him up so he gets an extra couple yards. Like I don't know what that call was all about. Like the slam there. But I think with Devin Lloyd, when you watch like the blitz package that they run with Lloyd in terms of like the games and everything, I just feel like they hit home a little better with Lloyd's pass rushing. So maybe you're going to get a bump a little bit when he comes back, but it was evident. And I guess Josh Hines-Allen got home yesterday. Now he ties the franchise record with quarterback sacks. So hopefully he can finish that up against Houston. But it's still an issue, right? It's still an issue. And especially, when you look at the Raiders, and once again, a win's a win. But like that Raiders offense going into that game, Geno Smith didn't really scare you. The offensive line was kind of whatever. And, you surrendered some points. So we'll see what happens with this trade deadline now. That's going to be a conversation to have. Do you address it with interior-wise? Do you address it with secondary? Or do you just keep rolling with what you have? But this defense right now is, I think this entire year they've been bend, don't break. They've broken up the past couple weeks now and given up some points.
Yeah, I can live with the defense giving stuff up. I don't think this is a Houston Texans defense. I think we know what it is, and especially when you're missing people. I think the problem I had in that game is that when you need to get, like you're in a situation with under 4 minutes to go, and under 2 minutes, they need a touchdown. It's not like they need a field goal. They need a touchdown. And you gave it up. And you gave it up, pretty easy. And then in overtime, I mean, you do it again. So, like, I mean, you had so many opportunities to come up with a stop. And then obviously Devon Hamilton makes the play. But, like, there was just no plays other than Buster Brown and Josh Hines-Allen had the sack to get it to 3rd and 10. I don't really feel like there were a lot of plays that were even made. You know, there's a feel in a game, what I have, that this is the NFL. It's a players' league. Somebody's got to go make a play in a big spot. And I just didn't think there was a lot of that there. Yes, I mean, again, you can point out a couple, including Devon at the end. He saves the game. But just not a lot of that guys are like, wow, look at that play. What a play. Like, was there any time you really said, what a play on defense? And they could. I thought the most, you know, Bowers is one thing, but they just kept the leaky, genty little dump happen over and over, like off the goal line and a 95-yard drive because of it.
See, and that was kind of, I think, the frustrating thing was it wasn't necessarily like the Rams or the Seahawks where they schemed things open and it's like, okay, well, that was a good play call. We got to make a play, but we just couldn't do it. Like with the Raiders, it's kind of the same thing over and over again. And the Jaguars really had no answer for it. And when that's in the conversation of they're doing the same stuff over and over and you have no answer for it, well, then it's like, okay, is it the scheme or are we leaning more towards personnel now where, you know, you have to elevate some guys or at least, you know, make a competition open here? Well,
the good news is it looks to me they're going to get Lloyd back. I think Trayvon is getting healthier, whatever that looks like in actual means, I don't know. They have to figure out what they're doing at safety. Jordan Lewis looked okay to me in the locker room, but I don't know anything. Like, it's not like he got, you know, he was like shoulder in a brace or something like that, you know. I don't know what they do there, Austin. I don't know if they can even go find it. Like, what's the help, right? I mean, what is your help at safety? I mean, you start putting Rayon Lane out there, like he's had minimal snaps. Like, that's where they're at. It's either Antonio Johnson or Rayon Lane until Eric Murray comes back. I really don't know what they do there other than they will get Lloyd back, hopefully a bit healthier for Trayvon Walker. But, yeah, the defense is a bit of a problem, but I kind of feel like yesterday worked out the way we thought maybe this season could go, that the Jags would score a good amount of points and have to outscore the other team. We just haven't seen that. That defense did such a good job in the first 4 or 5 games. Maybe this is the time of year where this offense starts to find itself, and now they're going to be the better part of this football team, really how we predicted it might be, although that's dangerous now too because they've got nobody to throw it to.
Yeah, do we know the latest on Brian Thomas Jr.?
I think Brian Thomas Jr. is really battling a lot of things. I mean, even Hamby noticed
it's a nagging thing.
Yeah, that shoulder's bothering him. You can tell, but he was battling through that the whole game. And then the ankle, he was battling through that, trying to get back on. I mean, I'll give him credit. I think he was trying like hell to get back out there and be a part of it as much as possible. De'Ami Brown seemed to be okay after the game, but he went to concussion protocol. We'll see, or I'm sorry, he went to the blue tent, then left the game with a concussion, I think. And so we'll see where he is. Tim Patrick wasn't even playing. Travis Hunter's out. And do you have to go again? We're going to get to the deadline stuff, and this game changes probably the way you looked at it. But yeah, I mean they were running Austin Trammell out there quite a bit.
Yeah,
on the last couple of series, and credit to those guys.
Do you think Liam Cohen's kind of having flashbacks last year?
Maybe
when he lost Godwin.
You brought it up a ton.
And Evans. Oh yeah, and also had the over on Travis Etienne receptions. I broke that down in the pregame show as well. When they lose their receivers, expect the backs to feed. So
yeah.
Which
I think he should, by the way. I like that.
Yeah, you know, and I talked about this a little bit, but when we had Coen on our show, he said when that happened, Godwin and Evans went down, he wanted to go out and replace them. Like he wanted to find guys to trade for him, and they didn't, and he kind of voiced a little displeasure. He was joking around with it when he was on our show, but like he mentioned that. The trade deadline's Tuesday. I mean, are you confident with who they roll out there right now with a banged-up Brian Thomas Jr., or do they try to make a play? But then the question is, the play that you make, like, is it going to be good enough to even, you know, bring in to help Trevor Lawrence out, right? Like, my example is Dobbs has been a name that's been mentioned a little bit.
I just saw somebody saying I have no idea how reputable it was.
I've heard,
like third time this year the Jags have called on Dobbs.
Yeah.
Somebody just said.
Yeah.
No trade yet.
Really?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. I got to be honest with you, man. I just saw it like in the middle of the show, so
I
I
haven't
have no
seen
idea.
It's on Twitter?
Yeah, and I don't.
Okay.
It wasn't like it was Adam Schefter or even
got you.
Diana Rossini.
Yeah.
It was like somebody. I don't even know who it was.
Yeah.
Might have been a Green Bay person. Like, I'm just not sure.
Sure. Yeah. So if it's a guy like Dobbs, I mean, could he be the game changer? I'm not sure. Like, everyone's got their waddles, and I saw, T. Higgins. Like, that's not going to happen, right? Like, let's keep it. Olave's not going to happen, right? So I guess the question is there a guy out there that's probably going to be like a 1B receiver or a 2 receiver on a team that can elevate this Jaguars offense, and for the right price, obviously?
Yeah.
Somebody named Easton Butler works for the 24/7
Oh, he's a beat
thing
guy
for
Green
Green
Bay.
Bay.
Right?
Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, maybe there's something to that. Probably some smoke, probably some common sense, right?
Yeah.
So we'll say, hey, let's do this. That's actually, it's a good place to go because I really wonder what the Jags were going to do. I don't think they were going to have a fire sale if they lost the game, but I really don't. I think so many teams were waiting on this game and to see what they looked like and where the playoff picture is. Well, the Jags are squarely in it right now. I mean, they are in it. And there's a path that makes a lot of sense, and now a path even for the AFC South, despite the heck of a start by the Colts. The Jags are really only a game back.
It's crazy.
So, who knows? Let's go explore that. Do the Jags need to do something? What's the balance there? Again, this is like real world, not fantasy football. How much does this matter right now? And I really like your point of Liam Coen saying, a little frustrated we didn't go get somebody last year. Well, got a little more power now. Let's see what the Jags will do. Here's the lineup today. We get your Monday morning quarterback. We'll talk about the quarterback. Could have been a totally different conversation once again for Trevor Lawrence. Kind of felt like a little bit like the Kansas City game in that sense. We got the Dogs and the Gators. It ended up being a good football game here in Jacksonville. Dodgers, what a World Series game that was, which was pretty cool to see. That was fun as a baseball fan to see everybody kind of into that baseball game over the weekend. And a lot of Jags talk here on a Monday. We'll be right back. Welcome inside the Armor Guard Exterior and Gutter Helmet Showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. Their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
This has been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax PAL.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now, the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar, grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. just like the original location in Springfield. Try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy. He's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season, and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
There's a saying in sports, you can't win them all, but you can win a lot with good folks on your team. Like that one painter, First Coast. It's tough to beat the sun in Florida, so your home fades. It's tough to beat that HOA when they come calling. Beat the sun, beat the HOA with that one painter, First Coast. And it's a good time to do it. Less rain to work around, and painting in mild temperatures is perfect. After all, the paint bonds to the surface so much better. Give that one painter First Coast a call at 904-417-3557 or look them up at first-coast.thatonepainter.com. Fast estimate, guidance on color and HOA requirements, and the highest quality job you'll find anywhere. Be a big winner in your neighborhood with that one painter First Coast on your team.
Sun's out, suits out. That's right, it's summertime in Florida, which means it's time to say goodbye to bulking season and hello to shredding season. But if you're like me, you're having a hard time sculpting and shaping those final pounds. That is until I came and saw my friends over at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Right now, everyone is hopping on the Evolve X train, and the only destination is finding your perfect summer body. The technology uses electrical muscle stimulation and radio frequency energy to cause your muscles to contract, all while heating up those deep layers of your skin and tissue to produce collagen and reduce fat. It's like doing 1,000 sit-ups in 30 minutes. No pain, no needles, just results, right?
That's right.
So leave those winter layers back at the station and come look and feel your best with the team here at Ponte Vedra Vein and Aesthetics. Visit them at one of their 2 locations, either over in Ponte Vedra or on the south side.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
It's your Monday morning quarterback report, driven by your local Hyundai dealers. And now there's even more to love. And loving another Jags win, they found a way to do it. And they beat the Raiders 30-29. I was thinking, so many people, Stuart always brings this up, scoregami. You know what that is? You know,
Yes.
like
Yep.
I'm assuming everybody does now, the unique scores. I wonder if the Jags have ever won a game 30-29. I wondered that last night. I didn't look it up, but I wondered that. I'm not sure. So my curiosity is aroused. The Jaguars quarterback situation, we were just talking about it. And, you know, listen, I'm not going to – I'm on the defend Trevor side, all right?
Draw the line in the sand.
I think it's pretty obvious.
The Jaguars have never won a game 30-29. They've never lost a game either. There's only been 8 games 30-29 in NFL history.
Really? Only 8 of them.
Well, it says since 1985. That was the first one.
How about that? There you go. Nice job, Hamby.
The Raiders were also in the last one, 2022. They lost 30-29 to the Chiefs.
Dang, how about that? Stuff. Anyway, Trevor Lawrence throws a terrible interception. Just, I don't know what else to say it. It was just a bad interception. Now, there's much thought that there was a shovel pass there. I went back and watched it. I didn't know what the broadcast was saying, but I went back and watched it closer this morning because I think there is a belief that the shovel pass was there. I don't necessarily think the shovel pass was there. I thought it was pretty locked up and risky to do the shovel pass, but I have no idea what Trevor was thinking on the play after that. Like, it's second down. I mean, we were critical in the real time saying, oh my gosh, you're gashing him really in the run game there. Like, why bring that into play? But, you know, I thought about this morning. I was like, Brent, you can't be super hypocritical. You say a lot like, hey, a lot of quarterbacks will get easy touchdowns, stack their numbers up a little bit around the goal line on plays like that if you dial something up. And so maybe that's what Coen was trying to do, get him his 10th touchdown,
That's-
and get him in a rhythm and,
Yeah.
get him a score. And you just can't make that play. I mean, I'll defend Trevor on a lot of things. Can't defend that one.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's why it was almost like the Cam Little effect a couple weeks ago, where I felt like you're kind of tailoring your offense to help Cam Little out a little bit. I feel like sometimes this offense towards the red zone, especially towards the goal line, it's tailored to try to get Trevor some more confidence and to try to like up his numbers a little bit.
Yeah.
Because in that situation, second down, there's no reason why you couldn't just run the football. Like it was working pretty well.
Could have run it 4 times and got in.
Yeah, and like once again, I think from a physicality, from trying to establish like the line of scrimmage and everything, why wouldn't you want to do that?
Yeah.
Like why wouldn't you want to try to run the ball down someone's throat and just be like, you know what we're gonna do, and you can't stop it. Like we'll be here all day. So yeah, it was a really frustrating play for me because I felt like right there you could have maybe broke the Raiders like that early in the game.
Yeah. 17-play drive.
Of course.
10 minutes.
Of course. And instead of breaking them, you kind of gave them obviously a giant new lease on life because obviously that turnover and then, they found a little momentum.
Yeah, I all those things, and especially in hindsight, if it works, it works. But I don't like.
But is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah,
right.
Well, it's not obviously.
Well,
it wasn't.
no, it's not. Hindsight being 2020, but realistically, like it's second down from what, the 1, whatever it was.
Second down from the 1.
From the 1. Okay. So say everything goes good, he finds a shovel pass, ETN touchdown. Okay, like we're celebrating it, right? But I still would have wondered, like, hey, couldn't y'all just ran the football and establish the dominance? And instead, what happened. Now, at the end of the day, a win's a win, so you'll take it. And, I think lost in the win is that play sometimes. But if we're talking about the Raiders converting that 2-point conversion, well, that's the first play that we go back to.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, he wasn't going to live down that play if they had lost.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he played, in my opinion, Austin, he played really well after that. In fact, he probably should have had another 50 yards because guys drops again, a touchdown, and Hunter Long drops. So there's other things. Again, these things creeping up, but he overcomes a lot of stuff, and he's not feeling well. Again, I thought it was just like a little bit of, not feeling great, a little stomach bug. Now, I talked to him after. Like, it was pretty bad, and then obviously you got the whole throwing up stuff. I mean, so he did not feel good playing, but adrenaline takes over in those games. A lot of people could handle that, and he even said he was going to handle it no matter what. But I thought he played pretty well, especially with a lot of guys down. So, he has made 3 major mistakes in the last, I think, 5 weeks. He's turned the football over 3 different times, 2 interceptions and a fumble. And the 1 interception against the why do I always forget who this was against? Was it the Chiefs?
The interception or the
fumble on the fourth goal was the Chiefs.
The fumble.
Which one was the one that was San Francisco or the bad PI call? They missed the PI call. Was that San Fran? I think it was San Fran.
Okay, yeah.
No, that was the Chiefs.
Oh, that was the Chiefs too? Yeah, that was the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
So he had turned it over twice that game.
Okay.
So the Chiefs, which really most people would say was a bogus call, right? Yeah. But it was a really bad play. You had the lead. It was deep in your own territory, so it hurts the hell out of you is my point. The 4th down one hurts the hell out of you again because you don't get the touchdown. Now, I could couch that one and say it's 4th down. So if you don't get in, you don't get in. It's a turnover on downs either way.
But still,
But still, you're turning over on a money part of, like at a very important time. And then this one, same thing. Like you just took points off the board, changed momentum, kept the Raiders in the game. So he's really made 3. I think he's doing such a better job of making less plays that are putting the ball in danger. I think that's why he took so many sacks to Seattle in the Rams game. And then, but the 3 that he's made seem so big.
Of course, yeah.
And now it's like, okay, he's minimizing mistakes, in my opinion. I think it's way less turnover-worthy plays, if you will, whatever that stat means. But now you got to get rid of like the one that is killing you. I mean, these are points. Like, so I always say, if you're going to turn it over, man, turn it over in that middle of the field area, like around the 40-yard line, 35-yard line, not in the end zone or not deep in your own end. At least give your guys a chance to hold to a field goal, or maybe you were going to punt anyway, and those are not where he's making the mistakes. But he really isn't making a lot of big mistakes. I mean, that's 5 games. We bring up 3 of them.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign. The Jags continue to actually take care of the football very well overall the last 5 weeks. They're not getting the ball a lot anymore, but they're taking care of it. And so they're still pretty even on the turnover side of things. So, hey, listen, at the end of the day, I think Trevor Lawrence plays well. He's got 3 comeback wins now, or game-winning drives or whatever, which ties his career high.
There you go.
And I think he and that offense did answer the bell when they needed to answer the bell. So you hat tip them.
Yeah.
And offensive line, by the way, was terrific.
Yeah, man. I mean, when you can play complementary football, it opens up a lot of things, right? When you can run the football and threaten the run a little bit. And once again, like, I don't know what the average was yesterday for ETN and Tootin. It probably wasn't the best.
Yeah, I don't
right?
know
But
that.
like the fact that you kept on, and this is, I think, the rarity that we've seen this year, because it seems like when they're running the football, then they want to like elevate the quarterback position and try to like, get him involved more when you don't have to. Like, yeah, this game, maybe you weren't running the football the best, but you still threatened it, right? And when you do that, I feel like that's who you are. That's what opens up your offense. So I like how even though they were getting stuffed sometimes in the backfield, that they kept on sticking true to the run.
Ran it 42 times.
Yeah.
42
and you
times.
won.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Correlation.
Daniel Griffiths says that Travis Etienne forced a season-high 9 missed tackles on 22 rush attempts, generating 43 after those missed tackles.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much exactly half of his yards were after he forced a missed tackle. So he didn't have a ton of space without being, about to be tackled or after contact or all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you have that stat, like the graphic on ETN, because he's their best player, Austen, right now. Through 8 games, he's their best offensive player. He's their most reliable offensive player. Yeah. Is he, like, unbelievable every time he touches the ball? No. But it feels like he needs to touch the ball. And to their credit, they went back and off the bye, they said, we are getting number 1 involved. Now, did that have to do with Travis Hunter a little bit? Maybe. But, I mean, that happened on Thursday. I think they were doing this anyway. They put him in the Wildcat. 2 consecutive plays. They've got him handling the ball down near the goal line, and they've got Trevor split out wide. So I think great job to get it to ETN and get him involved. 27 touches.
I understand that. Here we go. 84 yards, 98 after contact, 9 broken tackles, 43 yards after broken tackle.
Yeah, it's from Daniel Griffiths. He explains a lot of this today on actionsportsjacks.com. But I asked him, actually, what does that mean? 14 more yards than he had total. On average, he was being hit behind the line of scrimmage and still managed 84 yards. So maybe like the run game wasn't, in terms of the offensive line, wasn't great. A lot of this was individual effort. I saw him elude Max Crosby on 2 occasions for big, not big runs, but like 4 or 5 yard gains that could have been 3-yard losses.
I understand that we're all prisoners of the moment, and there's always going to be a recency bias. Do you need to re-sign him before the season's done?
Yeah, I'm not there because I understand the nature of the NFL, I think, in the business side of this. So I wouldn't say need. Do I think the conversation is certainly trending? Yeah. But I don't know if I'd say need. I don't feel that way yet. And I love him. You know what I mean? I'm a huge ETN guy.
And is this coming from just because you've seen enough from Tootin? Or like why do you think?
It's more just the nature of the position, because I feel like you can go find guys, and I think they will feel that they can find guys that can, and they like their 2 young guys. Now, is Tootin good enough right now to take the load? I don't know, but I think that's what they drafted him for. And I think they can go get another player as well that will be less expensive probably than ETN is going to be going into his 6th year with his resume. That's what I feel about it right now. That's not say I don't want him back or anything. I just think that's the nature of the business and where the Jags will view this is my hunch.
Yeah.
But you guys know me. I mean, I'm a huge ETN guy.
Hamby?
I think I'm in the exact same position. It's not that I wouldn't want him. It's just I just don't think they will.
But I'm saying, but what would you do? Is what I'm saying. Like, would you re-sign him or would you let him walk?
Nah, I think I would try to make upgrades elsewhere. Honestly.
So then you let him walk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How about you?
Is he okay? Who's the best player on offense right now?
He is.
Then I'd have a hard time justifying letting him walk.
Yeah, fair.
I would probably.
That's fair.
I mean, once again, this is the recency bias talking. talk to me in 4 or 5 weeks when maybe they feature Tootin a little more
Yeah.
and then you've seen more. Then, you can have the conversation. But, like, right now, I mean, when we'll see when Strange comes back, when that's going to be. We'll see if Travis Hunter can come back, when that's going to be. But right now on offense, he's your most consistent player. He's the best thing on offense. And you know how I feel about it. I don't like letting go of your best players.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a good comment. Bashal Tootin, by the way, I thought he had some nice runs. Like, they were productive runs. It's not going to be huge and alarming in terms of the stats, but I think really well done. LaQuinn had a huge 3rd down and 4 or 5 yard run that led to a 10-yard run, and LaQuinn has been terrific. The Jags mic'd up LaQuinn this week, and I heard I don't know how much they're going to be able to use, but I heard the Allen stuff is fantastic with Max Crosby. And he is a beast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the story. Hamby and I saw him in the elevator.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like tour guide for Hamby on this road trip a little bit because it's his first one. And so once in a while you'll end up in an elevator with the guys. You're in the same hotel.
Sure,
and, you might say, hey, what's up or something like that real quick. But I thought it was really interesting. LaQuinn, he kind of went out of his way to introduce himself in the elevator. I know we've seen each other type of thing. But,
that's cool.
I was
Yeah.
And I even said to Hamby when I was done, I was like,
That doesn't happen.
that doesn't happen very often. I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Trying to break the awkwardness of the elevator ride.
Yeah, that elevator moment,
I like
right?
it.
And but as we're leaving the elevator, he's like, I don't know what we said, maybe good luck tomorrow or something like that. And he said something. I said, well, it'll be a good day if Max Crosby's ribs are sore.
Oh, nice.
And he loved.
He exploded.
Yeah, he loved it. He's laughing.
Yeah.
And well, guess what? Max Crosby's in the cold tub today.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Because. And the guy on the elevator is different than the guy on the football field. That's really the point of this story.
Yeah.
He's a beast when he gets out there.
Yeah.
And he plays at a different, he has a switch.
I like it, man. You got to turn it on, turn it off. I think
has
the
a
great
switch.
ones can do that.
Yeah.
I think the guys that can't turn it off, man, short-lived careers, I feel like.
Yeah. I heard some, one of the exchanges was I don't even know who you are. Like Crosby said, he's like, I don't know who you are either. Look, funny.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, he does. But he's he doesn't, no give in, right? No
Yeah,
give in,
yeah,
even
yeah.
from a guy playing his 8th game against a guy making $100 million.
Yeah.
You got to appreciate that. By the way, Bashal Tootin will be our guest tonight on Jags Report Live at String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach, 7 o'clock on Fox 30, and here on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. So Bashal Tootin, get to know the rookie a bit. Who, again, I think it's a key part of this. And also, they are kicking away from him on kickoff returns, right? I mean, he's a factor there, and teams know about it, which I kind of like that. I think teams know about these two guys that they drafted. One, the chipping from LaQuinn and the intensity that he plays with, the violence he plays with, and then also Bashal Tootin and his ability to really explode. And he got the edge one time. It was a critical run, too, and then he obviously scored the go-ahead touchdown at one point in the fourth quarter. But, overall, that offense scored on 6 straight possessions, man. I know it's not a great defense. That's fine, but that's what you're supposed to do, I guess. I don't think any time in the NFL you say you're supposed to score on 6 consecutive possessions.
No.
But they did.
Well, and listen, and this is because we kind of broke down the Colts last week, right? In games that they're supposed to win, they dominate, right? Now,
Yes.
Did the Jaguars dominate this game? I mean, obviously it's a 1-point game, so they didn't dominate. But I think on offense, they did what they're supposed to do. And let's be honest, they left some points on the board as well, where it could have been a higher scoring game, set aside from some mistakes and some mental errors and everything. So that's what it's supposed to be. Right now, hopefully defense can, try to turn things around a little bit, and we'll see what, the trade deadline holds. But that's what's supposed to happen.
Yeah. Anyway,
but also, Green Bay's supposed to beat Carolina too, and that doesn't happen. So,
yeah, well, that's the NFL. Yeah,
that's the NFL.
It's not supposed to happen. We kind of think it's going to happen. By the way, that's your Monday morning quarterback report, driven by your local Hyundai dealers, and now there's even more to love. All right, you just said it again. Let's bring it up. What do the Jags do? What do you do if you're James Gladstone? Now eyes are on you for the next 30 hours, basically, maybe even less than that. But trade deadline's tomorrow afternoon. The Jags are squarely in the mix. The Jags also need people. The Jags could use a wide receiver. The Jags could potentially use a tight end, depending on how they feel about Brenton Strange coming back. He's eligible against the Chargers. He misses one more game. You could probably wait that out. But they got thin at the tight end spot yesterday, too. Quentin Morris didn't play. He was out of this game. Then Hunter Long gets beat up. So we'll see how they feel about that. So offensively, is that it? Is it receiver / maybe tight end? And really the primary is on receiver. And I would say this, Austen, I don't really think it's game-breaking receiver. I don't think you have to talk about Olave and Waddle. I think you need to talk about somebody who's going to complement and help you out because your depth right now is really forced into a lot of action.
Yeah, so I mean, I wish I knew more about Strange.
Let's assume he'll be back against the Chargers.
So 2 weeks?
Yeah, so he just missed the Houston game. He comes back on time.
Okay.
Let's assume that.
We'll assume that. Okay. I think, and here's the thing about the tight end position. And teams are going with this route now. It doesn't hurt to have two good ones, right?
They drafted Bowers like we talked about last year.
I know, right? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. So if that's the conversation on offense, I think wide receiver is interesting, but once again, it has to make sense. I don't see them getting Waddle. I don't see them getting T. Higgins. I don't see them getting this guy that's going to come in and just be, this is our number one receiver now. Cool. Give him 10 targets a game. I don't see that happening. Now, maybe I'm wrong, and that would be great because I just think it's going to be too much capital.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you, by the way. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah. So if you get maybe a lower name guy that, you can kind of mix it here
Dobbs,
or there.
Myers, New Orleans, what's his name? Not Olave.
Rashid. Yeah. I could be
Those are bigger names than what you're even, I think, trying to say, Brent.
Well, those are what I have is they have 3 third-round draft picks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to give one away.
Well, I think those guys
are those going to cost more than a third-round draft pick?
I don't think so.
No, Dobbs might.
Yeah, then I'm probably.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
I'm not sure
Dobbs
I'm giving more than a third-round draft pick when I don't have a first, and I need ammunition going into. Again, this is part now and part later. Are they a Super Bowl team? No. You don't start mortgage in the future. But when you have 3 third-round draft picks, I think to help you get into the playoffs and build this thing, absolutely.
Yeah.
You worry about the now because if you get in the dance, you never know.
Yeah, but once again, what does Hunter's injury look like? We don't,
Yeah, and by the way, there's reports today there'll be more. Again, they were waiting for the swelling to go down on that thing and see where everything's at. But we know it's 4. We think it's at least 6. We wonder if he can get. They've got to almost make the playoffs. You feel like for him to be a factor again by the time he would come back. That's, I think, the rosiest of viewpoints.
Yeah.
And I don't know that. It's just putting all the tea leaves together. I don't think anybody really knows. I just think putting the tea leaves together here, you're how many weeks are left in the season? 8?
We're halfway through.
9? 9 weeks? I mean, maybe you get him back at the end of December.
Well, it
would be the best case.
Shout out to Dr. Kaplan for getting a mention, too, on the national broadcast. Oh,
Dr. Kaplan had a lot of phone calls he was telling me about.
That dude's getting love for the national broadcast now and everything. He's finally arrived, yeah.
He's finally alive. I've been telling him he's getting shout-outs on our show for a while.
Oh, who you telling, man? I just ran 3 miles today. He feels great,
He's
Mr.
good.
Dr. Kaplan. Thank you.
Good.
Shouts to Cap.
Best doctor in the NFL.
That's right.
Shad Khan? That was Shad Khan?
Shad Khan said it.
That was Shad Khan.
Hamby learned about it. Hamby was sitting right next to him on the bus.
That's right.
Oh, for real? Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Cool man.
Yeah,
good guy. But yeah, I think.
Okay, so
I don't think anybody really knows, but I would suspect if you're in the mix late, I'm going to think positive and say Travis Hunter could help you.
Okay.
Late.
So back to the question at hand then. Okay, so if you can give up a 3rd-round pick to get a wide receiver, then by all means do it. Because I think any wide receiver now, like for instance, if it was Dobbs something, that would help you out immensely, I feel like. So you look at that. I think you take a long, hard look at tight ends because not only for now, but also the future. Because I think, like I said, the way the NFL is going now, if you have 2 pretty legit tight ends that can block and also be viable pass-catching options, I think that's an advantage that a lot of teams maybe don't have right now. I think the good teams do have that. So that's something where you can shore up right now because in the draft, you might have other pressing needs, and who's to say if you get a tight end in the 3rd or 4th round that they're even going to really be anything, right? So I would focus on tight end and wide receiver right now.
Okay, that's on offense. Now on defense. Still defensive tackle.
Which I think might be the biggest need is still interior defensive tackle, a guy that's going to generate consistent pass rush. And then also some sort of secondary help if you need it. Probably safety depending on injuries and things. And once again,
yeah, I just don't know who's out there for the safeties. We know it would it seems costly, Austin,
for a safety?
to get a defensive tackle.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like Simmons and Dexter, like whoever you want. Like if you want that big name that's going to get after the quarterback, I don't think you have the capital for it.
Yeah, I hit the Jets up about Quinnen Williams, right? Well, that's.
If you have to ask, you probably can't afford it.
Well, take Jalen Phillips, who just got traded from the Dolphins to the Eagles. They gave up a third for him.
Dude, look at the.
They gave
by
up
the way,
a third for Phillips.
Yep.
Who's not playing great apparently.
But he's an edge though.
He's an edge. No, yeah. He was just trying to comp what was given up.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, let it be the Eagles are never satisfied.
Never. So they get
Jair Alexander.
They also got Michael Carter, didn't they? Did I see that today?
Michael
maybe.
Carter?
Was it Michael Carter?
The running back?
No, I think
he is the running back. He's like the fourth string for the Cardinals.
No, I think there's a DB by the same name or something. Whatever. I'll find it.
Eagles?
Why did I see that name? It's okay. What? So I just don't know if they can give up. It feels like they can make one move. Not 2 and 3.
Oh, it is a corner with the same name, yes.
See that?
There you go.
In exchange for John Mechie.
So then, are you asking if it's just one move, what should the move be?
Well, again, if you're Quinnen Williams, let's just say if it's Quinnen Williams, how much is that costing you?
Way too much.
Like, I don't think they're in that position to give up that kind of stuff.
When you say costing you, do you mean it's costing you draft capital, or it's going to cost you?
No, I don't care about the money. I don't care about money.
Okay.
Like they'll figure the money out.
Yeah.
And you got 10 games to go, so that usually helps. I think somebody just said they're $11 million under the cap. They'll figure out the money within reason. And if they go get a wide receiver that we're talking about, they're not going to be like a $15 million wide receiver. So the money's not a problem. I think it's the capital. And listen, I hate draft picks. Screw the draft picks. That's what I usually say.
But this regime loves
them. Well, it's not that they love them. It's that realistically, they don't have a first-round pick next year.
Okay,
so they have to be aware of that.
But let's look at it like this. If you're worried about the capital for Quinnen Williams, are you going to get a bona fide defensive tackle next year that's going to make a difference in the pass and run game if you draft him in the 3rd or 4th round?
That's fair.
That's up for debate. Now, maybe, in James Gladstone you trust, and I don't know in terms of defensive tackle, mock drafts right now, what it's looking like.
Yeah.
But I would feel more confident sacrificing a 3rd for Quinnen Williams, who, obviously I think he has a few more good years left, than risking it in the draft and not really knowing.
Yeah, I don't know what the cost is. I haven't read much on the Quinnen Williams potential cost, but is it a 3rd and a 5th? And then is it a 3rd for Dobbs or a 3rd for, you name it, Myers? I don't think Myers would be a 3rd round pick. You guys?
Jacoby Myers?
Yeah. And we saw him yesterday. He was like a non-factor. And I know everybody likes that name right now. I think he could help the Jags where they're at right now. But I also am like, I mean, we watched him play against the depleted secondary that couldn't stop anything really on defense. And he really didn't do anything.
Yeah, 4 for 23. 7 targets, 6 targets.
Are we getting carried away with a name like that is my point. I think sometimes we have a tendency to do that because we know the guy. Mm-hmm. And I'm not telling you they can't add, but I also wouldn't give up a 3rd rounder for a guy that I just watched get 4 catches for 23 yards. If I'm being realistic, I mean, just keep feeding Parker Washington.
No, for sure, right? Exactly.
But he is a bigger body. He's 6'2", 200.
All right, so
you just can't overpay is my point, guys. Like, listen, I'm all for this. I think it's so important that the Jags be in the mix, go to the playoffs if they can, be a factor, get a winning record at the very least. At right now, the worst to me that can happen this year is they go 9-8. They are 5-3. If they go 9-8 and miss the playoffs, I still think we can find a lot of good things off a 4-win football team and a new regime, and you lose Travis Hunter and all these different things, right? But these are important deals now for me. I think this is a huge situation where the Jags have to take advantage of. But I also think we have to be realistic. I mean, they are just not going to go oh, yeah, go get this guy, go overpay, They're not going to do it. It's just not the way it works. The trade deadline is more active than ever before, but it's still not the way the NFL works.
Okay, so then let's say, because obviously they only have so much capital to work with. If you only have one position to address, are you addressing defensive tackle? Are you addressing like the back end, like safety or corner, or are you going to address wide receiver?
I think, Austin, at this point, I am going to address wide receiver if I had one thing.
Okay.
And the reason I say it is because, okay, Travis Hunter, we don't know. And honestly, Brian Thomas Jr. is dealing with a lot of stuff. And so if you take Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter out, Tim Patrick's already out. De'Ami Brown's been in and out. Like, you might be down your top 4 wide receivers. You can look up next week against Houston, and it seriously is Parker Washington, Austin Trammell, and Tim Jones.
Well, Strange, though, too. I know he's a tight end, but that's going to be a
But not next week against Houston.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, it'll be. Chargers,
Holy cow,
that is a legitimate situation here in Jacksonville right now, because those guys are hurting. And I don't know the long-term impact of that, but it's also a violent league where you guys get hurt a lot. So I think you at least have able bodies on defense in the interior, even though it hasn't been as good as we want it to be.
Yeah.
And Eric Murray, I bet, will end up coming back at safety.
Sure.
Those would be my next choices, even above tight end. Tight end would not be one I'd go after. I'm going to hope that Brenton Strange comes back, and that's okay.
Okay.
So I think I'm taking wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Okay. I lean a little more towards, because I'm trying to think long term here too as well.
I get it. That's a fair.
I'm trying to think where if you give up theoretically a 3rd round pick and maybe something else, we'll say a 3rd and a 4th. Okay.
3rd and a 5th.
3rd and a 5th. You give up a 3rd and a 5th for a wide receiver. What would that wide receiver look like?
Oh, I think the wide receiver, you just got to give up a 3rd, not 2 picks.
I mean, it's a 5th round pick. Who cares? Or do you?
I think they do.
Okay. So
I'm saying
you give up
a
a 3rd round
if you want your defensive tackle, but it's a 3rd if you want the receiver.
Okay, so a third round pick for a wide receiver. What that's going to look like? I mean, will it be the ultimate difference maker? I don't think so. Right? Like, could it elevate the wide receiver room? Well, absolutely. But also, I feel confident with Brenton. Well, once again, we hope Brenton Strange comes back for the Chargers. But I think he's going to be your go-to guy going forward. And then you can sprinkle out to Parker Washington and everything, and hopefully Travis Hunter gets healthy enough by the time where you make that run, he'll be good to go. Whole lot of praying, but hopefully that's the case. I think if you invest the 3rd and the 5th in a defensive tackle, whether it's like a Quinnen Williams or something, that's a guy that you can hang your hat on for a couple of years, where now that position you don't have to worry about anymore. I think if you get a mid-level wide receiver, you bring him in, and maybe he does help elevate the offense. Great, helps out Trevor Lawrence, fantastic. Well, when it's next year, then what are we talking about? Are we happy with the wide receivers who we have? Will we be happy with, hopefully Travis Hunter comes back, right away, Brian Thomas Jr., who we'll see, and then exhibit B of whoever you traded for? I don't know.
Yeah.
So there could be still the narrative of, well, they start to shore up the wide receiver position. If you get a guy with a 3rd and a 5th, I think you're going to shore up the defensive tackle position for years to come.
That's fair. Yeah, it might be a good blessing.
So
of
I'm thinking
right?
more long term, I guess.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Right,
I think this group.
Both.
I think this group has to weigh that, and I think they most ideally you want to do that. You want to get a guy like take the Ezra Cleveland deal that Bulky did. He went and got him. He was actually banged up, but he had a vision for him in the future too to sign him, and they did.
Yeah.
And listen, I mean, you could say you like the deal or not. I'm just saying that's the idea that you would like to have is be able to go get a guy that you think is going to be a part of it in the future as well, whether contractually or you might have a good chance to re-sign him. That's why they made the Newsome deal, right? Hey, this guy can help us, elevate us right now. We might, if he plays really well, we think he's a part of it. We could re-sign him, or we clear up space. Like there's options. I don't think you want to just go, okay, we're getting this guy for 8 weeks or 9 weeks, and then that's it. I don't want to do that.
I feel like that's what the Eagles do sometimes, and it's working out for them. So, I don't know, maybe have that kind of
But I would suggest this. There's a different thinking in this respect. Are the Jags a Super Bowl team?
No.
Right now, no.
No. In reality, they're not. No. The Eagles are. And that's why I think that's a difference in that sense.
The Rams have done this, right? And the Rams were They
right
deserve
there.
the Super Bowl team when they did that as well.
Yeah. Like if Indianapolis did this right now because they feel like they're good enough, or the Bills, or even the Patriots, if they did something like that,
makes sense.
Because they're like, hey, we feel like we're good enough to win it all. I get it. I don't think the Jags are yet. Now, listen, in another month we might say it. Who knows? That would be great.
Yeah. But this is, and this is where we have to balance expectations with James Gladstone, right? Like, we've been very complimentary with him, and everyone's like, oh, go get this guy. Well, yeah, I understand from the fan standpoint, you want to see all the biggest names this year.
Yeah.
But, like, what goes into being a GM is you have to balance it for the next 4 or 5 years as well. Like, that's what part of being a GM is.
Some of the best decisions you make as a GM are the ones you don't make.
Yeah.
In reality.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll see what the Jags do. I do think they have to do something, especially coming off this. They need help. They do need help. But they will also view this as we're getting Devin Lloyd back and we're getting Brenton Strange back. We are getting help on the back half of this year. So they will assess it that way, in my opinion, as well. And they could we'll see on the Travis Hunter stuff. I think that one's a little more tricky to figure out at the moment. We will be back, Brent and Austin Show. Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Oh, it's a nice day in Jacksonville. Well, weather's been fantastic, hasn't it? Low 70s, kind of hot in Las Vegas. Hotter there than here. But very good weekend I hope everybody had. A lot of high school football, a Jags win, and the Florida-Georgia game. We will discuss that a bit. The World Series, too. What a classic it actually was. And were you watching? What do you think about it? Still on the way here on the Brent and Austin Show on a Monday.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, we have what you need.
Get a Moto Guzzi Stone Corsa for just $235 a month, or a Triumph Trident for as low as $207 a month, or the popular Honda Rebel 1100 DCT starting at a low $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from all of our great brands, only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day. Just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I want to play in the NFL.
That's it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
And they have been. We've been talking, we've been articulating.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
Content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
How do we make Mason's famous lobster rolls? It's simple. We get up before dawn, head into the open waters of Maine, haul in our traps by hand, and send only the best straight to our restaurants, where we add warm butter or chilled mayo with a squeeze of lemon and pile it on a toasted split-top roll, just like it's been done for nearly a century. That's the recipe for Mason's famous lobster rolls.
What's been going on?
We're both dealing with a lot of guilt right now.
Can't sleep, can't eat.
eating.
You see that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe? We only paid $100 for it.
Looks like we're out of time. Breathing exercises. Inhale, exhale.
Enjoy the new car.
Okay, thanks.
Deals so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Santa Fe with 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 bonus cash. Hurry in.
What a throw! Touchdown, Jaguars!
We're coming for you.
They're going to get him on the ground, and that's going to end the ball game.
We show no mercy. Lawrence looking deep in the end zone. Touchdown! Duval!
ETN is going to take it all the way.
Right here on CBS 47. CBS 47.
Right here.
Your official station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And the Jaguars strike first.
Go Jags.
You have the opportunity to explore what you might want to do with your life.
There's so many opportunities here that it can spark interest that you didn't even know you had.
Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University. Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School. Tony Mazzio, Sandwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School. Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Look at me, coming up big on the 5th week of October. Thank goodness there are 5 of them. Yes, sir. Dartboard Austin. Everybody's getting their chance. Hamby's up next. Look at Hamby with 6:15. He sweats it out.
Nicely done, Hamby. Yeah, Hamby, I told you, man. I wasn't gonna I was gonna stick true, risk it for the biscuit, man. No small bets for me.
I'm just glad I've been the last one to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means we'll have plenty of practice with the debts to pay.
When do I have to throw?
Probably Wednesday. We're gonna do that.
Then make good on the bet whenever.
Yeah, in a couple months.
Years, whatever. Be sure to tune in for that one, everybody. I'll do it sometime.
Coming soon.
I'll do it sometime in
Coming sometime this week.
the fiscal year.
Yeah. It's actually going to be tomorrow, but then Hamby's off tomorrow. That's what I'm.
All right, there you go. Well, yeah, but it's just for throwing. It's not me actually.
No, I mean my payoff.
Oh, I'm so over your payoff. It's whatever, dude.
It's actually happening though.
Like the way he's making it sound like he better have like Guillermo del Toro's type of makeup to look like Dan Hicken, because there's so much like hype behind like what he's doing. I better meet Dan Hicken's kids whenever they come in, because this is the mistake that we do. You build it up like it's gonna be this amazing thing, and now you're putting yourself in a lot of pressure, Brent.
Yeah, you got. I wouldn't say I build it up. I just had to put it off to do it right.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's I just wanted to deliver better than wearing white sneakers.
I got you. Well, also be sure to tell Casey to set up his stuff with Mia so he can start paying off his better.
Yeah, he's got to be back in the city limits at some point.
That's fine, man.
Hamby did go to Vegas. First road trip ever, made his debut. He's the first guy I've ever taken on a trip that I thought might die.
There's definitely a dark, ominous presence around your screen right now.
He didn't feel good on Saturday. So
I actually hurt a little bit. What happened?
We went back and picked up. I had to go pick up my wager.
Yep, of course.
Caesars.
Didn't even make another one.
Hamby, did you go to Caesars?
Yeah, we went.
It was
pretty cool
packed,
spot, right?
Man.
Packed.
Packed
on Saturday.
I was surprised. That's why I said It's a November
it's
whatever,
baseball, right?
Yeah,
World Series.
But I don't think it was because of the World Series.
But are you saying the sports book was packed,
Yeah.
or Caesar's Palace was?
Just the whole thing was packed.
Everything was packed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now packed is
World
relative,
Series.
probably in Vegas.
Yeah, but dude, it's L.A. L.A. is right next door to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
So I'm sure a lot of it had to do with the World Series.
Yeah, it could be. Now, also, you got the Eagles there in the Sphere. You've got, I think, Alanis Morissette is the residency Like when I went and watched Garth last year, like that's now Alanis Morissette. I mean, you always have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was pretty, like the casino part was packed. The street, like the strip wasn't necessarily packed. That at least the time we were walking. But, yeah, it's a Saturday night in Vegas, man. My point is it doesn't matter if it's November 1st, March, whatever, June, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Usually a Saturday night in Vegas is going to be pretty popping. So you got to experience that. But we had to get him home. Like, I didn't think he was going to survive.
You didn't go see the Eagles at the Sphere?
He had the Trevor Lawrence illness.
Dude, yeah, I was.
Hey, but you didn't go see the Eagles? Are you an Eagles guy or not?
I like the Eagles. I didn't know they were there.
I'm not an Eagles guy.
You're not?
Probably my biggest music hot take is that the Eagles were better musicians when they went off into their solo projects than they were together.
Don Henley, yeah.
I think Don Henley's stuff is better with his solo stuff. I think Joe Walsh's stuff is better. Now, don't clip this because I'll get a lot of hate because it's a very like
okay. Don't clip it.
Don't clip this one. But
Casey,
yeah. But I think the Eagles individually were a lot better than they were as a band.
That's interesting.
And I'll die on that hill.
Do you have other bands that you think are that way?
Nope.
Really?
Well, no, because Beatles obviously they're together. They're amazing. Maybe Kiss. Nah, Kiss is better. Well, no, Ace Frehley had
they're all
back
bad.
in the New York groove. Yeah,
as a group,
Hamby
they sucked. As individuals, they sucked. Zero talent. Literally just got famous because they had a cool Halloween costume.
Oh man,
that would be a take. That might get more.
Kiss sucks.
Detroit Rock City. Come on, man.
3 chords and face paint, baby.
Cool in the Gang halftime, by the way, at
Cool in the Gang halftime at Las Vegas
at Allegiant Stadium.
Live, yeah.
Huh. Of all the Vegas, I don't think Cool in the Game. I think of Las Vegas.
Is it a Raiders thing?
Oh, it might be. I guess.
I think it's more
Raiders.
That's what he sounded like.
Nah, that's what they do late in the game.
What was there a DJ spinning? Did they have like a?
They didn't have.
Was Steve Aoki there?
But they start with a band. Like they've got a
Okay.
live band.
So
up in the concourse, it's really cool. Actually, they do a nice job. Live band, like hours before the game.
So let me ask you this, because I've never been to the Raiders facilities yet or anything. Is it a lot like Jerry World in Dallas, where it's kind of like a spectacle? They have like the go-go dancers in the cage up top. Like, is it kind of like that, where it's a football game, but it's also kind of like
I feel you. I think that's a good way to put it. Yeah, I would say it feels that way more than it does at the new stadium. Like even SoFi doesn't feel like that. I'd say that's good comp.
Okay.
It feels like a bit of a spectacle, which kind of feels like it should be though. It's Las Vegas.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
But I would say this. I was thinking about this. I think you said this about the new stadium with Buffalo.
Yes.
Right? Doesn't kind of fit. Kind of that gritty, grimy.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Raiders, man. The Raiders, like you went to the Coliseum. Go ask Steph. She'd been to Coliseum. She'd never been more scared in her life.
Yeah.
It was flat out scary to go to a game with a Jags jersey on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, it's you can get freaked out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way it didn't feel like that anymore.
Oakland Raiders fans are way scarier than Vegas Raiders fans.
They really are, So there's a little bit of that.
Only time I've told the story many times. Only time I've ever tried to jump the barricade and fight somebody before a game was in Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, they don't play.
I don't think you feel that at the Vegas Stadium now, though, the new stadium.
Although we did get flicked off by a couple 7-year-olds on our way in.
Well, we did do that.
Really?
Yeah, bus in. Dad and kid, middle finger.
Oh, you're talking about on the bus?
On the bus
kids.
right over.
Oh,
that
Hamby,
happens in Buffalo,
Hamby,
too, man.
Hamby, in Buffalo, so my rookie year, it might be like my first away game. I can't remember. But like one of my very first away games in Buffalo. And it's like, you've never been to Buffalo, I'm sure. Yeah, you're not missing. But it's Orchard Park, which is like, it's not in the city of Buffalo. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. It reminds me of Green Bay.
It's like Green Bay.
Yeah.
Through neighborhoods is how you enter the stadium.
Yeah. So like you're going through these neighborhoods and everything, and you're pulling up, and I'm not exaggerating. There's like a line of like probably 100 to 200 people that like are just kind of like in a straight line on the road as you pull up to the stadium. I'm like, oh, this is interesting. What's going on here? And whether it was children, grandmothers, grandfathers, moms and dads, everyone's standing in the straight line, then all of a sudden when your bus like crosses them, they just go like this, boom, right there, and then the middle finger up for everybody to see, and like the entire line.
They do.
200 people.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Kids, everything. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's sitting here in like a little nice,
Just
friendly
means more.
neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. Just
They're
means
chucking
more.
you the bird, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
So to answer your question, it doesn't, getting the glitz and the glamour of a new stadium, like it doesn't feel Buffalo-ish.
Buffalo or Raiders, I don't feel like it fits. It doesn't fit those two very well.
But it does fit Las Vegas.
It does fit Las Vegas, so you're a good point.
And that's who they are now. So.
But anyway, it was a good trip. Hamby did a good job.
Hamby, best part about Vegas. Didn't
the win.
We didn't even make a wager.
Yeah,
you
we
guys
didn't
go
wager.
to. What you guys just sat in the hotel room and watch?
No, we
sports?
went to the thing, but then again, I was trying to tell you, like he didn't feel well. Like we got dinner. We went to the Venetian. I took him to the Venetian. He thought that was cool. Have you been to the Venetian?
Cool? Oh yeah,
yeah, the Venetian.
With like the
gondola,
the
but
paint.
also
That's
like
what you call 'em.
it kind of
Ceilings.
trippy with the sky.
Yeah. Did you see the Sphere? Go check out the Sphere.
No,
we didn't.
we saw it from afar.
Did you see Fremont? No, didn't go to Fremont.
No, we didn't do that. You're missing the point where like he was kind of ill. He didn't even finish his dinner.
If Trevor Lawrence can go out there and win a football game, you can get your ass up and go to Fremont Street and go check out the Sphere.
I'm not lying. I thought for the first time in my life I might not bring someone back.
So it was that bad, Hamby?
Yeah, it wasn't good.
What'd you have? Like what was going on?
I don't know.
Like, well, okay, was it like stomach? Was it like
That was involved, yeah.
Okay. Were you coughing and stuff?
Somewhat.
Okay.
The best part of the trip was watching the end of the World Series with the Vegas Strip in the background and the Uber back.
Yeah.
'Cause it was that good, I thought.
Dude had one Jack and Coke on the plane there and got cocky and
Zero
got
alcohol
a little more.
whatsoever.
Okay.
Zero alcohol.
Okay.
Not non-alcohol related.
Brent, you felt fine or?
I was fine.
I don't like this Trevor Lawrence Hamby thing. I don't like it.
These guys. I tell them all the time.
I don't like
these
this.
guys. Hamby found out again this weekend. I'm just tougher.
Yeah.
Older and tougher.
So how did it affect you for filming did you get some good shots?
He was better on Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thankfully.
Then I was time to perform.
But I even said on Sunday, I was like, dude, I don't want you passing out. Because, you got to play tough guy a little bit.
Yeah.
It didn't feel. I don't want you, passing out. All we need is post game. If you don't shoot the game, I don't care.
Yeah.
But he did a good job, I think. I don't know. Stewart would have to be the judge of that. He's the barometer. Him and Marcel.
Listen, dude, I get you're sick and everything, but it's Vegas. Like, hey. A little spoiler alert, Hamby, I'm sure you saw it. I would say 50% of those people the next morning are probably sick, if not more.
Yeah.
Hungover.
True. He had never played roulette. I was going to take him to roulette.
Oh.
I was going to drop
Enabler
my winnings
Brent.
all on black.
Here comes Enabler Brent.
But nothing.
Hamby, next time you
I'm
go,
so
let me
disappointed in
chaperone you.
myself.
Because I don't gamble. So, I'll go to a sports book and, put a bet down. But I don't, play blackjack or any of that. I'll show you a good time, Hamby. I got you, man. And by the way, if you're sick, you got to suck it up. I don't care. I'm dragging you out. So that's how we do it. Vegas, man.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I think I said that going into the week. I don't think you would want me to be your tour guide in Vegas.
Right, but you can have fun though too, Brett.
But I don't mind having fun. But I'd rather somebody else be the tour guide.
I got you.
But anyway.
Well, sometimes the best parts though about like big cities like Vegas, where it's a lot going on, it's you just kind of find you just go to random spots.
Yeah.
Because I'm the last person on a vacation. They're like, okay, we got to go here, then we got to go here. That drives me crazy. To have an itinerary.
Yeah.
I would much rather
go.
just be like, all right, let me Google. So this looks fun, cool. Let's check it out.
Bachelor Brent trying to influence Hamby. Yeah, that wasn't the case. That's not the case. I really thought he might die. So
Hamby,
I didn't want that on me.
No
puking.
Almost.
Okay.
No, almost. I thought at one time at dinner he was going to yak.
And where'd you go for dinner?
We just went to some Italian place in the Venetian. That was another thing. It was hard to get into a place.
Guys went to Olive Garden. Cool. Awesome.
It wasn't Olive Garden.
Guys went to
We
Olive
tried
Garden.
to get into
Hooters.
Carmine's.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't do it.
Carmine's is good.
I've eaten there before.
Same.
And then, we tried. There's a million restaurants in there, but it was so packed. It was like an hour wait everywhere. And we almost landed on a food court.
I'm telling you, that's kind of out of the way. The Tropicana buffet. Come on, man.
The buffets are so. I'm glad we didn't do the buffet though. Especially the way he felt.
Yeah, that's a good
By the
point.
time he sat down, it was that would have been a total waste.
Good point. Dude's eating saltines and some soup.
He actually got a decent meal. I'm not sure he ate any of it. He took it home, but I'm not sure he even ate it.
Yeah.
So, hey, real quick, what about the World Series?
Insane.
You know what? That's
shout out to my son who wanted to watch it because you know how I felt. Like whatever, man. But we turned it on.
Good for you, Ronan. Had a baby, Ronan.
Sorry, wrestling. Had to take a back seat. Had that in my cell phone because we had the baseball game on the big screen. Listen, not trying to over embellish anything. That was probably the greatest baseball game I've ever watched.
Really?
And it's crazy because this is the season finale of a long season, right? This is like Game of Thrones-esque, if you will. I didn't even watch games 1 through 6 because there was some drama there as well.
It was a good series.
I can't imagine the lead up to that World Series game, what people are feeling, because I was on the edge of my seat without even having watched the first 6 games. It was absolutely amazing. Now, here's how much of a hater I am, though. Okay? I'll be honest with you. I'm always going to be honest. I was kind of going for the Blue Jays, right? Like, in that game. I'm not saying during the World Series I didn't care less. I was tuning into that game, and I was kind of going for Toronto, right? Didn't make any sense, right? Like, okay, it's Canada, right? They've won basketball now, which makes 0 sense, really. They almost won baseball, which makes 0 sense, really. They can't win hockey when they have like 5 or 6 teams that you think could get them over there. But I was cheering for the Toronto Blue Jays. And then it got to the point, whatever, in like 11th, how many innings did it go?
11.
Oh, yeah. To the 11th inning where I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't really matter. Like, this is an amazing game.
A good game.
I just want to see it end the right way. I don't want to see it end on an error or like an overthrow or a wild pitch. Like, just let it end. Let it put the bow on top. And you know what? It did. Now, after that, about 0.5 seconds after I see the Dodgers cheering, I go, oh, they basically bought that World Series. Yes. And that's where I went. I literally went, wow, what a game. I mean, like, I remember this for the rest of my life, right? To 5 seconds later, yeah, well, they kind of bought the World Series, though. So what does it really mean in the end? I'm such a hater.
I love how you say that, though, because I'm a little bit in that camp. I'm not a strong hater of the Dodgers. I respect the Dodgers, but I really was kind of pulling for Toronto in this. I felt like it was cool story. I really kind of liked the manager. I didn't really know him that well until the postseason.
You liked the team. Vlad Jr. was cool to watch.
Vlad was great. You know, there's just a lot of cool stories. And again, I like new blood. I'm not a big dynasty guy, back-to-back guy. But the game was so good. And the World Series in general was so good. I watched a lot of the World Series. And I just think I didn't care who won at the end. That was just awesome. That was great theater. That's sports. That's why we love sports. Mm-hmm. That's why I love baseball, really. I mean, we saw just about everything. And I do think people have recency bias when you say, oh, that was one of the best ever. This one, I really feel like you could say from a series and game standpoint, yeah, it is like in that category. Now, I don't know if it's the best one ever. That'll be up to each individual person. But you could really put it into that category with all the different things that happened. And Hamby, it was just good stuff. I mean, again, if you like baseball, but the best part about this for guys that love baseball and someone like you that doesn't is you flipped it on. Mm-hmm. There were so many people. This felt like, remember when Tiger Woods won at Atlanta when his first time he had won in a long time? Yes. It wasn't a major. But remember everybody was on the following? Mm-hmm. And it felt like everybody was watching. Didn't matter if you were a golf fan or not. I always liken it to that old like newspaper boy thing back in the day where he'd be tapping on like windows and saying, hey, watch this, or, breaking news kind of. That's how they did it, right? Read all about it. That's what it feels like with social media sometimes when everybody's like, oh, what's happened? I got to flip this on. I mean, Caitlin Clark saying this is the best baseball game I've ever seen. You have people like that. That was great to see for the game. I just thought that part was awesome.
I mean, you couldn't have scripted it literally any better. I mean, on top of like, colliding in the outfield and like fantastic catches and big time home runs and like a little controversy where the ball gets caught. Like it literally, like Scorsese couldn't have scripted any better. Like it was literally. Like I said, I think that was the best baseball game that I ever witnessed. Now, a lot of that had to do with Game 7 of the World Series and everything, but like that was insane. And then shout out to, did you see the Nike commercial right after?
Oh, yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I mean, can you play the sound? Because the sound's got everything to do with it.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I'm not sure you can.
All right, don't play the sound then. Once again, thoughts and prayers go out to Drake. Been a really hard couple years for him because obviously Toronto, because Nike knows what they're doing here.
Yeah.
You know, Nike, LA, Kendrick Lamar. So, Hamby, they're playing the Squabble Up song here.
Is that a Kendrick song?
Yeah, it's a Kendrick song.
So do you think? So they had one with Drake ready for Toronto, maybe?
What do you? I don't know.
No, the Dodgers put this out, not the MLB.
No, that was Nike.
But that was Nike. That was a Nike
put it
commercial.
out.
Oh,
So Nike does this. Nike has it ready. Like when Scheffler wins.
Yeah.
Like the Masters, they've got the spot ready to go. Like they're big guys. Rory, when Rory get the Grand Slam, boom, ready to go. Like that's why I equate it to golf.
I assume they probably had a Drake one set up as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's
pretty wild, right?
Yeah. It's amazing. Like,
but this probably played better for Nike considering the Kendrick stuff versus.
Well, I think. Listen, if Toronto would have won, and then they would have had like the Drake Toronto Blue Jays, you might have like reinvigorated the war again. Like maybe Nike was secretly like, all right, let's go and push this and see what happens.
Delphonic, has Brent listened to the Kendrick album yet? Not the entire thing. No. But hey, it was great stuff. One thing about we don't sit here and talk a lot of baseball, but I think one thing that was really cool about baseball. I think if you say this, people are like, well, of course, it's like they're trying to go win, you know, blah 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 blah. In today's day and age, starting pitchers go 5 innings and get the hell out of there. Starting pitchers might go 6 innings, get the hell out of there. I felt like in this postseason in particular, and maybe even this season at times, but really the postseason, that started to change, Hamby. Like that whole dynamic changed this postseason. Was that because they didn't have great bullpens? Was it just because the starting pitching was really good? But overall, I got to believe, and I haven't seen this stat, but if somebody wanted to go deep dive on length of starting pitching this postseason versus the last 10, and maybe even in the history of the postseason, I'm not sure, I would think this was way higher than normal. And then on top of that, to see guys saying, screw the arm stuff, the Tommy John stuff, the I need rest stuff, the however many – I mean, Yamamoto to do that, he's not the first person to ever say, hey, put me in. We saw this with Schilling and Randy Johnson and –
Don't you forget the one.
Bumgarner,
there
right?
You go.
Like, we saw all this before. But I don't know if I've seen as many guys that were starters come out of the pen, from Snell to Savage to you name it. They all Glass now 2 nights in a row.
Yep.
And then Yamamoto obviously did it again. So I just thought that was really cool that these guys are like, screw your analytics, screw your whatever. It felt like they were feeling out the game, which is the way baseball used to be played instead of by a computer. Now the game's played at a computer, essentially.
Yeah.
And I thought that's why this postseason was cool. I thought that's why this World Series was cool, because you can still play by the computer, but you know what? You can also use your gut, your feel, your competitive juices, and go play the damn game. You can have both. And I thought there was a nice balance of all that from a baseball standpoint, which was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, Ripley brings up I agree. The Dodgers used an old school approach and said that winning was the most important thing. Yeah, I mean, like, listen, analytics be damned. Oh, you have Snell? Okay, go throw Snell. He's a pretty good pitcher. You know, like that's what it came down to. And by the way, it was the last game of the season, right? So
you got plenty of time to rest.
You might as well risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah. One last thought. I told Hamby this. I saw a tweet. There's a million of these things out there. But Snell comes in, 3-0 pitch, and Vlad just misses it, right? Apparently, it was like a 32-degree launch angle and 101 exit velocity. There were 6 balls batted the same way this year, and 4 of them went for home runs. I feel like Toronto got a bit unlucky in the last couple of games. I don't really feel they got outplayed too in a sense because they had opportunities, but I also felt like they got a bit unlucky, and I'm not sure that's fair or not. I'm not saying Dodgers are lucky to win. It was a hell of a win by the Dodgers in so many respects, but I did feel you got to get lucky a little bit. You got to get the ball bouncing. Heck, even the spike play. But goodness gracious, I'm glad that thing didn't end on an overturn of a spike play.
Oh, I know.
That would have been the worst ending ever. You just told me you watched a movie last week and it was a bad ending.
Oh, yeah.
This would have been the worst ending ever if they had overturned that call at home plate because the spike didn't get back down. Like, that is abusive replay, in my opinion.
It would have been bad as the movie ending, but it would have been bad. Because if it was the movie ending, they wouldn't even said what happened. They just ended. Okay, paid to black. Boom. We don't know what happened.
That's how it ended? Bad, huh?
I'm not even going to.
You don't want to spoil it.
I really want to
spoil it.
See, like, I'm trying to.
Block your ears if you don't want to be spoiled.
No, because I don't know. Because I don't know if I should spoil it because I want to keep people from watching it because I want to, like, help them out. Or do I just say, screw it. Go. You're going to find out for yourselves. Go waste 2 hours of your life. Actually, 2 hours and 30 minutes of your life. I won't say anything. Just if you watch it, you watch it. If you know, you know.
Yeah. If you want to ask Austen, reach out to him.
Yeah. If you want to ask me, set aside from the Trevor Lawrence comments, feel free to ask me about a movie on Netflix, too, that just came out.
My man Ty Guy also brought up a good point on that play at the plate.
He did.
I don't. What?
Hey, Delphonic.
I've got to start asking around, Hamby, and you're coaching, but I've never been taught on a forced play at home plate to run through it. You're so used to sliding. In fact, parents or coaches would all be like, you got to slide into every bag, right?
Right.
We get mad if people don't slide. I think Ty's right. Like, what's the difference between first base on a force out, we're talking? On a force out play, wouldn't you just run through it?
Mm-hmm. You would think so. And also, speaking of run through it, in House of Dynamite, why wouldn't you just run through and explain what happens in the end? Like, I swear, it seemed like they Chat GPT'd that movie, and Chat GPT just said, screw it, just whatever. Just let it go. Worst ending I've ever seen. Horrible.
Back to the Jags and what that game meant. Everybody else lost in the AFC South. Plus some updates around the National Football League when we come back on the Brent and Austen Show. When it's time to get a new car for anyone in your family, just remember, nobody but Nimnick, the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville. Get the latest price breaks on 2023 and 2024 models or the newest 2025 vehicles in the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at nimnickbuickgmc.com 24 hours a day. GMC Sierras, Yukons, and the redesigned Acadias, or get the all-new redesigned line with Buicks. It's nobody but Nimnick, and part of the reason why is this is a first-class buying experience here at Nimnick Buick GMC. You're not just a customer, you're a friend. This is about getting a vehicle that best fits you and getting you on the road, and also helping you and your family down the road. Nimnick has a treating you right guarantee, courtesy, respect, fairness, and most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. Who has put in the most years and stands behind a better experience? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC. We are professional grade.
Putting your needs first. It's the backbone of how First Florida Credit Union does business. In all honesty, you might as well be speaking another language when it comes to finances. Sure, I'm good with my money, but what am I missing in the fine print? That's what led me to First Florida Credit Union. They're the perfect choice for anyone starting their financial journey because they keep finances easy. Plus, they offer financial education and resources I can trust. So I'm always growing more confident. And as a young adult, I am constantly adding more responsibilities to my plate. From a car payment to a mortgage, it all adds up. Luckily, First Florida Credit Union makes sure it adds up in all the right places and not the wrong ones by offering better rates and lower fees than traditional banks, even if you're still trying to grow your credit. Because as a member-owned institution, First Florida genuinely puts people's needs first rather than focusing on profit. So I know as my needs change, they'll be right there to help me reach my goals. Check out firstflorida.org to learn how you can benefit too.
It's one of the hot spots in the area.
Welcome you to String Sports Brewery out at the beach. Big crowd on hand tonight. The fans are here.
And now the newest hot spot at the beach is open. String Sports Brewery in Jax Beach has opened its doors with rave reviews.
We're going to be fans forever.
Cozy up to the bar. Grab a seat in the sports-themed restaurant, or grab a seat outside and feel that breeze coming off the beach as the weather warms. Just like the original location in Springfield, try the popular beer menu and come for lunch or dinner too, because the food is fantastic.
We got a special guest in the house. He's happy, he's feeling good. He's Trayvon Walker.
It's where we hosted Jags Report Live in the football season. and the String Sports Brewery staff can't wait to host you. Hey, welcome back here to String Sports Brewery. And if you haven't checked out the new location in Jax Beach, you got to do it. String Sports Brewery, now with 2 locations in Springfield and now open in Jax Beach on Penman Road.
Hi, I'm Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. Whether you're looking for a side-by-side, ATV, motorcycle, or scooter, Honda has what you need.
The Honda Talon. Ultimate performance meets family-friendly fun. Prices starting at $363 a month. Or the sporty Honda CBR 650 starting at an affordable $204 a month.
Stop by and choose your adventure from a full line of Honda products. Only at Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic Boulevard. Family owned and operated since 1983.
Hello, I'm Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Since 2003, our firm has fought exclusively for the rights of men in family law. Divorce, modification of child support, alimony, custody, and more, all for men. A father is vitally important to a child's life, and being a man is not a reason to pay more in child support or alimony. I'm a single father. I get it. If you have a divorce or other family law issue, contact Kenny Lay & Associates at divorcemenonly.com.
CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing is taking their 75-plus years of expertise and expanding to CGC Home Services. Water treatment and plumbing is still a big part of what they do, and now they can do even more for you. Home services like kitchen and bathroom remodeling, showers, sinks, faucets, toilet repair, backflow testing, and the list keeps going. Find all they can do at cgchomeservices.com or give them a call, 904-298-7052. It's a new look and a new name with the same expertise. They've been serving homes like yours since 1946. CGC Home Services, right here in Jacksonville off St. John's Bluff Road, 904-298-7052. And visit cgchomeservices.com. Florida license number CFC 1432579.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
What is this? Oh. A pixelated puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
Catch or no catch?
And is this from a VHS tape?
It's that zoomed in. That ball hits the grounds.
Oh, okay. See, I thought it was a catch. I was watching it live.
No, I only
Does it
show
hit the
this.
ground?
I only show this because going back and watching some of it, they showed this at the very beginning, right after the initial play. Then they never showed this angle again.
Yeah, why didn't they?
Like, Brent, do you recognize this angle?
Is it ours?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember seeing this angle.
Yeah, they showed this once in the TV broadcast, and they never showed it again.
Huh. They showed all the behind angles.
Mm-hmm. And the side, yep.
And by the way, the behind angles looked like he caught it.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, interesting.
Regardless, got to complete that football.
Yeah, that was a bad. Listen, just a quick thought on. We're not wrong. It was the coach in Florida, but we also brought up many times the QB isn't playing to where he should play and hasn't taken off, and whether that's injury related or not, that was another example. He didn't play a bad game, but that's a play you got to make, right? And also, like, you don't just leave thinking, wow, this guy's special. And I think last year you were leaving games like, this guy's special. And so that's like really part of the tough deal with Florida right now, I think. And kind of wonder, we'll think about this and we'll ask it in just a bit because I want to get something Jags related. But will he be the guy next year in Florida, regardless of coach? If Lane Kiffin gets the job, does he want DJ Lagway or is he bringing somebody? You know, that'll be an interesting thought for Gator fans. We'll talk a little bit more about that game coming up in a moment. Hey, I looked at that Devon Hamilton deflection a couple of times. He actually got, like, hang time.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was coming down the elevator when that happened, so I was, like, a little stuck for a couple of seconds on the third down play, at 3rd and 10, and then also, like, the 2-point conversion. No, I was in a spot for the 2-point conversion, but I was far away from the TV monitor, so I couldn't exactly see and then didn't wait for the replays. But he actually, like, Geno Smith kind of pumps quick. And that's when Hamilton goes up, and then he throws it. Big fella stayed up there.
Yeah, man. You got some hang time for sure. And that, like, you had a guy open in the end zone. So I feel like if Hamilton doesn't deflect that, who knows what we're talking about.
Oh, no, I know what we're talking about. The game was over and they lost.
Yeah. Okay, there we are. Yeah.
I think that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, so you still got to complete the pass and make the catch. I mean, but yeah, it was going to be an easy pitch and catch, it seemed like.
Just a little bit more on the defense. Like, how much do you contribute the defense, in your opinion, to what you said earlier, personnel or the scheme yesterday in particular? Because, I mean, listen,
on defense or offense?
Defense.
Okay, gotcha.
Because the Jags have given up 35 and 29 points now in their last 2 outings. They have been without guys. Trayvon, again, Devin Lloyd, Murray's been banged up. Again, they were without a bunch of guys. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. So is that a personnel thing because you're really down the depth chart? Or is this, okay, some of this stuff isn't working because you're getting picked apart? You brought it up earlier on the show. I'm just saying, from your vantage point, is this more on camp or is this more just this is what you got right now these last couple of games?
So I think this is more of just what you got these past couple of games. You know, and maybe we should have saw that the entire year. We always talk about winning can cover up some things, right? Yeah. And I brought this up how many weeks now? Like, the lack of quarterback sacks does alarm me a little bit.
Yep.
I get it. It's
still
not,
dead last.
It's not the end-all, be-all stat. And the lost in translation is the quarterback hits and the quarterback pressures and the deflections that can lead to interceptions. That always gets lost. But we talked about this, Brent. There's a direct correlation, I feel like, from quarterback sack numbers to having a pretty successful defense, or at least a playoff-bound defense, let's just call it.
No doubt.
Right?
We did that last week or 2 weeks ago.
We did. So I do think this is more personnel than anything. It's wild how, and maybe once again, I was kind of a victim of the moment, a prisoner of the moment, where I was asking, like, hey, is Campanelli going to even be here next year? You know, those first, 4 or 5 weeks of the season.
Listen, it was awesome.
Well, yeah, because the defense was winning them football games, right? And now the past, 4 weeks, 3 weeks in the games, it's been a lot of the same, and they've been. I always say this, Brett. Like, if you get beat the same way, kind of over and over again, it's kind of who you are. And it's not really a scheme thing. It's just what you have at your disposal, and that's where I'm starting to lean towards now. Like, I don't think it matters if you want to go more zone, if you want to go man. I think who you have is who you have, and you saw an example with Brock Bowers where you knew the ball was going to him, and you had no answers.
Well, I think what's really concerning is there was a timeout on the 2-point conversion. For the Jags, I think, are the ones that took it. And they come out of that 2-point conversion and take away the batted down. There's guys open all over. The Jags look so out of place on everything. I mean, usually in the red zone, things are pretty crammed up. There wasn't anything crammed up on that play. Was it just a heck of a play call by the Raiders? Or was it guys just not knowing what the hell to do? I mean, Antonio Johnson's turning around trying to chase as they're about to throw the game-winning 2-point conversion. But there are multiple guys open, I think, on that play. And it's you felt like you had 7 guys out there on defense.
This is the wild thing. If you watch the Jaguars yesterday on offense, Trevor had to make some pretty good throws because, even when he made a good throw, okay, tackle.
Somebody in the area.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Thomas Jr. got open a little bit, had a shake and a shimmy, and got
big
whatever
play.
It was, big play. But, how many times yesterday do we just see kind of Raiders players be wide open, and it's somebody going to get it,
Yeah, a lot. And Mike brings up a good point. Listen, they are missing guys, and there's no doubt they're missing guys.
But
and
every
this
team is missing guys.
But this wasn't an all-world defense. This is my point. What's the reality of this thing? Because this is what the Jags have to approach, right? The Jags did not come into this. The Jags came into this season with a lot of these guys back, with the additions that we raved about of Jordan Lewis and Eric Murray, who were playing so well early on, and Travis Hunter. That was it. Those were their additions. Am I missing somebody? I think those were basically it. Gardeck, who's played well at times. But it was the same defense that was dead last year. They were hoping to elevate on coaching alone, in essence, and a little bit of a, pick me up with some veteran play in the secondary. Well, I mean, now if that's what you were, we're hoping they're a top 20 defense, not a top 5, not a top 10 defense. And then you start to lose guys like they lost yesterday, where Travis Hunter, Jordan Lewis, Eric Murray, your whole secondary's out. Devin Lloyd, who's really one of your best players. I know he wouldn't have said that the last 3 years, but we are this year.
I mean,
he's out. Then that really turns you into a very pedestrian defense, I guess is my point.
I mean, the longer that this defense is looking like they are and the longer that Devin Lloyd's out, the longer I'm going to say, do you need to re-sign him right now? Because, and once again, like, lost in translation sometimes is after you win, and lost in translation is, okay, we had the turnovers, but, like, what did you look like on defense as a unit, right? And I get even when Lloyd was in there, like, sometimes they're a little porous, right? Like, Lloyd makes big plays, but they can be porous. But it has to be better than what it is. And it's crazy because they're doing a good job in the run game.
Well, but teams aren't even trying to run the football that much. But you're right, they are doing good.
I mean, Genty a little bit, they tried to get him going because they had to get him going, or that they tried to. He had 13 rushes for 42 yards.
Yeah.
Now, once again, if you throw in like the short pass game for the running backs,
no, he was a factor.
That's the difference too, as well, right? So it's wild how, and it's kind of been the story all year where teams don't really want to run against the Jaguars, but teams want to do the intermediate passes. They want to do, the crossing patterns and everything, or throw to the flat because for whatever reason they're vulnerable there on defense.
Well, look at the last 3 games, guys. The Seattle Seahawks didn't even try to. Now, listen, the Chiefs are different, but they didn't even try to run because they don't usually anyway. But Seattle didn't even try to run.
Yeah, when they have
the Rams
Walker,
didn't even try to run. Mm-hmm. And Geno Smith, they put it in his hands. Like, they passed a lot. I thought there were many times in that game where they could have handed it off to Genty, and they didn't. I mean, and I was surprised by it at times, but they didn't because they're attacking this pass defense.
Yeah, it goes to show you how offenses are feeling about them. Right now, teams are watching this Jaguars defense and saying, we can beat them in the middle, and we can beat them sometimes over the top.
So I know everybody says Devin Lloyd, and I get it. And I'm not here to tell you I don't think it's Devin Lloyd. I actually think, though, Trayvon Walker being out might be more of an impact. And Trayvon Walker then missing the second half, look what happened. Trayvon Walker missed the second half. They went up and down the field. Or much of the second half. It was mostly the fourth quarter when he was out, because everybody's all over Josh. And listen, maybe I'm biased. I like Josh. I think he's a good player. But when you take Trayvon Walker out, you don't have much impact. We already know at defensive tackle. Now you double teams and chips and all that stuff. You basically take the guy out. I mean, listen, Crosby had 1 sack, but they took him out of the game much of the day because of the chips and maybe there were some double teams. You can do that if there's one guy on the edge. The beauty of the Jags is they have 2 guys they think that can complement each other. When you take Trayvon out, which he has been out the last 4 weeks, in my opinion. I mean, he missed the Kansas City game. He played 15 snaps. He played 18 snaps, and then he took himself out of the game this week. So I actually think you can make the case that Trayvon Walker the last month is more critical than anybody else on that defense, even Devin Lloyd.
No, I mean, and you're fair, or we can say, an interior defensive lineman has to step up too to help out the edge a little bit. I mean,
but that's just wishful thinking at this stage, isn't it? I know you like that.
I mean,
but
I can hope that, I think Eric Armstead, who leads the team in quarterback sacks still, can take it up another level and cause chaos. I guess. I don't know. I can hope that.
Yeah. I think it is a little bit more hope is my point.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, what's better to hope right now? That Trayvon Walker can get another hand to play or Eric Armstead to step his game up?
Well, hopefully Trayvon's on the back side of this injury, and he's going to get better at the right time. And listen, that he can't get thrown out of the game is my point either. And to his credit, he was the first one in the locker room ready to talk. He didn't go run and hide. I appreciate that, by the way. There are many guys around the National Football League that wouldn't have stayed in there, and he addressed it and talked to it and owned it. But it can't happen. Not because it can't happen from a discipline standpoint or anything else. You can have that if you want. It can't happen in the current state the Jaguars are because they got nothing to replace it. And it makes Josh Hines-Allen that much better. Like, when he's out on the field, you have to have both those guys on the field, especially right now with all these guys banged up. That's where Go look at the numbers when Trayvon left the game. Is it direct correlation? I don't know, but it feels like it is.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I mean, they're missing him. They're missing Lloyd. And I think going forward, I mean, once again, we'll see how this trade deadline shakes out, right? Maybe you do address interior-wise a little more, but like, and I get, when the season started, people were excited for, Saxonville 2.0, Strapsonville I saw being thrown around a lot and all this stuff. And yeah, I mean, rightfully so. You caused a lot of turnovers and everything. But I think the difference between what we've come to know as Saxonville from, the infancy was a guy like Calais Campbell, who, you had Josh Hines-Allen on the corner, and then who would you have back then? You would have had...
not Josh in 17. You had Jan.
No, I'm sorry. It was Jan. Yeah, you had Jan. But who's the other guy on the edge? Wasn't
Dante.
Dante, yeah. But you had Eric Armstead commanding that attention.
Yeah, and you had Malik and Marcel Darius in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, having that interior pass rush, Brent, it makes all the difference in the world. And right now, I think it's affecting Josh Hines-Allen. It's affecting this defense. It's affecting the secondary. It's affecting everything.
Yeah, I think here's the good news from that standpoint. The Texans, I think they're going to be without Stroud. I would think. But we'll see. How bad was that? It looked bad. But they are not an offensive juggernaut. The Chargers, that's going to be a tough game because Herbert, their offensive line's not good, and Alt got hurt. But I don't know. Like, the Jags pass rush doesn't matter right now. It's the worst in the league. The Cardinals, we'll see. I mean, Kyler Murray will be back by then. The Titans shouldn't matter. The Colts want to run the ball. That plays into Jags' hands a bit, but I guarantee you they go play action a bunch in that game and put the ball in Daniel Jones' hands. Then you got the Jets, offensive. Broncos will be a tough task no matter what. The Colts run the ball, and the Titans or whatever. So, they are through the bad part of their schedule, and if they can get Trayvon back to health, get Devin Lloyd back, that at least helps it out. Because I just think you need to be average. And you got to hope your offense is about to take off like we saw yesterday a little bit, and they're going to have to be the ones that help you win football games. But you can't just let people run up and down the field either. That's ridiculous. What we saw in the fourth quarter and overtime was that can't happen. You can't be a playoff team and that happen. You've got to find a way to get some stops. Mm-hmm. And I don't even know how the Jags did it in the first half based on what I saw in the fourth quarter. Mm-hmm. Although I guess the Raiders would probably say the same thing. Well, that's the difference. So the Jags had 17 minutes to 6 minutes time of possession in the first half at one point and had 0 points. Mm-hmm. So, they were dominating. But somehow I guess that's how the Jags defense didn't look bad. They were only on the field for 6 minutes. They answered my own question. But I think it's a bit concerning. And Trayvon, to me, is almost bigger than Devin Lloyd. And I'm not saying Devin's not a big part of this. I'm just saying I think the weakest spot on the team right now might be their pass rush. Well, you can't take one of your best guys out.
Yeah.
And the Jags have for the last month. He's been out.
Oh, for sure. But like I said, man, don't sleep on Devin Lloyd, though, and his ability for the pass rush as well. Because when he was playing, I think Campanelli did a great job of finding blitzes to use him and to run games offset blitzes. That really helped out a lot.
Yeah, so we'll see what they can fix. They've got to find a way. Go to Houston this week. Talk a little bit more about the AFC South coming up. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back a little bit on the Florida-Georgia game, a little bit more on the Jags in the AFC South. What else happened around the NFL? Jags are right there now. They are in that playoff spot here on a Monday as try to figure out some of the warts and what's sustainable. That's the point. It's not a negative thought. It's really what's sustainable. And how are the Jags looking at themselves, knowing that tomorrow's a trade deadline and they could make a move or two? There's the lineup. Another hour to go. And don't forget, Facial Toot, the Jaguars rookie running back, out at Jags Report Live tonight at String Sports Brewery in Jacks Beach, 7 o'clock. You can watch it right here on the network, actionsportsjacks.com, but you can also watch it on Fox 30 tonight at 7 o'clock. But we'd love to see you out there in Jacks Beach. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
How many times in a row have we gone 2-4?
I think 4.
It's unbelievable.
Bad.
Man, look at us, a game behind.
You just keep catching up by one
one
game.
game.
Look at us, a game behind.
Look at the sports office, man.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good, huh?
So everybody had Texas and everybody had Georgia.
Well, and I was feeling good about Texas, too, until last, I guess, 8 minutes.
I would have picked the Gators.
Well, Texas covered.
What was the spread?
It was 2.5.
Oh, it was just 2.5.
I thought Vandy won. Okay.
Texas
Vandy
won by
lost
3.
by 3. They scored late, but they lost by 3.
one.
They almost
Okay.
got that onside kick.
Yeah, okay.
And then we had the Jags, right?
Everybody had the Jags.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody had the Jags.
So everybody lost with the Georgia and the Jags.
Okay.
Everybody won with Texas. The differentiators were Miami, SMU. We were the only ones with that. But we went over in the NFL because we picked, I picked the Texans
Colts
to cover against the Broncos, and I picked the Steelers.
No, you
I picked the Colts
Yeah,
to outlast the Steelers because the Steelers burned us against the Packers the week before.
Yeah. How about the Colts, by the way? 5 turnovers for Daniel Jones.
6 turnovers total.
6 overall.
Really?
So here's the thing.
I just saw they lost. I didn't see what happened.
I watched a lot of that game.
Holy cow.
I don't know if I'm more nervous if they would have won or if they turned the ball over that many times and only lost by 7 points.
I know.
Like,
They got garbage stuff. They were down 27-7, weren't they? A little garbage.
Really? Okay.
Pittsburgh, by the way, I mean, once again, it's one game, but like their defense looked like the defense of old.
Which they were getting hammered. Yeah. I was actually did you see? I was watching something before I left for the stadium, and they at Pittsburgh they had a live shot of the tailgate, and they had a funeral for their defense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They had a casket and everything out there.
I guess like Cam Haywood,
Hayward called them out.
Yeah. First called himself out, but then also called out like the entire
He
defense.
basically said what Cisco said to me last year in London. It was like, I got to see people quitting out there.
Yeah.
Now, he didn't say it like that, but he kind of said it.
Yeah.
And then they showed, like, there was some, like, Patrick Queen. Is it Patrick Queen? Is he there? Who's their linebacker?
Yeah, he was last year.
So, like, he showed a couple. He actually showed Darius Slay. Bad effort plays. So, yeah, there was some stuff. But anyway, that's a big win by the Steelers, no matter how you got it. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about this. I mean, the AFC South all lost.
Yeah.
Houston had a chance to win, but gives it up late. Mm-hmm. And Denver just seems to find ways to win. So, I mean, again, Tennessee's not a part of this conversation, but how do you view Houston right now, with or without Stroud? Their offense still seems meh, but their defense is so dang good that they're in games. But, I mean, the Jags could basically eliminate them from the playoffs on next week.
Yeah. I mean, listen, like I don't want to say the stars are aligning, right? Like Joe Alt goes down for the Chargers, CJ Stroud, might be out. Like, you like those things. And we were talking about this during the break. Houston's defense is the real deal, and I think them coming off of a loss now, an emotional game that they probably should have won. I mean, the Jaguars are going to have the work cut out for them, despite if it's going to be Stroud or Davis Mills, right? Just because I think their defense can keep in any single game. Doesn't matter what the offense looks like. So,
I think it's I don't know. I don't have a great feeling about the Jags because they don't do well against Houston. That defense is so good, and I just watched the Jags defense give up 64 points in the last 2 weeks. So I know they were playing better. Well, I don't know. The Raiders aren't better. So who says Davis Mills can't dink and dunk his way to 20 points? And that's all you got to do. It's a race to 20 points in that football game. Yeah, and the Jags are beat up too. So, like, the Jags have a lot of question marks at 5-3. My point is, it's a golden opportunity, and we continue to pace this thing out. I believe, and I said this last week, they have to find a way to be 6-4 after 10 games. They have to split now the next 2. They got this win. They took care of business. I really feel like it might be more important to get the Chargers win at the end of the day, but I think you just have to find a way to be 6-4 to stay in it, because there's a little bit of a fear factor. If you lose this one, well, you could come back home and lose to the Chargers, and then you got to go to Arizona, and I think that game's tricky. I think that Arizona game, in the midst of a 4-out-of-5 game road trip against a team that can play pretty well, that will have Kyler Murray back, I think, that one gets a little scary. Again, another out west game. I don't like the Jags beating Arizona. All right, so I'll tell you that right now. I don't like that. So that really puts the importance on these next 2 weeks to find at least one win.
Yeah.
Because then you get Tennessee after Thanksgiving, and you could head into December 7-5 if that's the way it were to play out. If you go 2-2 over the next 4, you're 7-5, and you got everything still right in front of you with games against the Jets, the Titans, 2 against the Colts, where you can control some of that destiny.
No, for sure. And like, listen, we'll see with Stroud, but like, Nico's back. He makes me nervous a little bit. Dalton Schultz makes me nervous. And if you want to jump ahead a little bit and look forward, I mean, it's just the Chargers. They just have some guy named Gadsden who might be the reincarnation of Antonio Gates. How are the Jaguars with tight ends lately?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they only got Lad McConkey, who's whatever. He's an okay route runner. And then they got, Quentin Johnston, who I guess can get some touchdowns every once in a while over the top. Like, I'm not going to lie. You get a little, I wasn't necessarily so nervous against the Raiders, and that game made me nervous because of Brock Bowers, but in terms of offensive firepower, and once again, Houston, it's kind of, we'll see just because of Stroud and everything, but like these up-and-coming weeks, it's going to be more of a challenge for this Jaguars defense now.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe they found something on offense. I think that is the hope, because then they can maybe put up 20-plus against Houston, and then we'll see with the Chargers, and they can win a shootout.
Find some stem cells for Travis Hunter and get him back earlier, because, man.
Now, they've had, by the way, they've had success against the Chargers. They haven't against Houston. So if tradition kind of holds, they've had some success against the Chargers recently. I shouldn't say overall, because there was a stretch where they couldn't beat Phillip Rivers. They got embarrassed by the Chargers like nonstop. But this rendition of the Chargers, even with Justin Herbert, Jags have actually been from the playoffs to even getting that big win like Game 3.
They have their number.
Doug Peterson era. Yeah, so and the Jags could be healthier by that time. Again, Devin Lloyd, Brenton Strange, Trayvon Walker's a little bit more along. So we'll see. It's hard to predict it. It's the NFL, but I feel like the Jags are in a really good spot at 5-3. Yet I don't feel they're in the clear by any means. And I believe there are only 8 teams that have a chance right now to make the playoffs in the AFC. The Jags have it. Well, Baltimore should be in that mix, but I don't know if it's from a wild card standpoint. We'll see. So it could be a 9th team. I don't think Houston. I think it's Kansas City in the 8th spot, and I think Baltimore probably in that 9th spot has an outside chance at this time, now that Lamar's coming back. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, so because you have 3 teams make the wild card?
Yeah, so top 7.
Okay, so right now, and once again, this last to play out still, but you have the Bills in the wild card, you have the possibility
Chargers.
of the Ravens, the Chargers.
I got it right here. Like, here's
Chiefs.
what it looks. It's Bills, Chargers, Jags right now. That if it ended today, and then the Chiefs are 5-4, so half game out. But the Jags have beaten them, so that's a big deal. Houston 3-5, Baltimore 3-5, Cincinnati's out. They're 3-6 to me, unless they start rally. We'll talk about it later when they get closer. But I even think Houston right now, I don't feel like they're a playoff team.
No,
and so I really think this comes down to Baltimore. Are they going to go roll off 7 wins in the next 8 or something like that and put themselves right in the mix? And then what do the Steelers do? Because they could overtake the Steelers and just win the division. But bottom line is, I think Kansas City and Baltimore, you got to keep your eye on. And you actually got an edge over them right now. But I don't think, I just don't think the Jags are by any means in great shape. I think they're in good shape. And I feel like they're going to beat the Titans twice and the Jets. Where are the other 2 wins coming to get to 10?
Yeah.
And is that enough? That's going to be the fascinating part. That's a little bit of your Republic Services recycled headlines. RecyclingSimplified.com. Jags with a big win, big swing win, in my opinion, over the Raiders on Sunday, 30-29. They survived that. Rest around the NFL, just take a quick peek at it. Just another weird week. We mentioned the Colts. The Patriots continue to roll. They find a way, and the Falcons are the biggest oddity maybe in the National Football League this year.
Yeah.
They either bring it or they don't, although Carolina's kind of right in that mix too. But the Patriots are good. Are the Patriots, really good?
I'll say this. I think the Patriots have a great coach. I think they have a great quarterback. I think you have those 2 things.
you got a chance.
You're a pretty solid team.
Are the Denver Broncos really good?
Once again, I think they have a great coach and a pretty dang good coach. I mean, I'm not going to put Bo Nix in the Drake May category yet, but he's up there.
It's Buffalo, still really good.
Yeah, solid. Like one of the favorites.
Like, would you pick them now
to win the Super Bowl?
No, on the AFC side.
To go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Or to win their division?
No, to go to the Super Bowl.
No, I'll take the Chiefs. Think about my teams, man. I don't change it up.
Will you take the Bills out of the teams that are in the playoffs right now if it ended today? Colts, Patriots, Broncos, Steelers, Bills, Chargers, Jags.
I would take the Bills.
Hamby, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd definitely take the Bills, and I'd take them over the Chiefs right now, too.
Yeah.
Well, they did just beat them.
Yeah,
so
beat them.
That's fair enough.
Which, I mean, at the same time, would not be shocked at all if the Chiefs just own them in the postseason again. Or find a way to win in the final 30 seconds or whatever the case may be. But if it was starting right now, I'd pick the Bills.
Yeah, I think I would too.
Speaking of around the NFL, is Dan Quinn going to get fired or what are we doing with him?
Not his fault.
It's not his fault that his starting quarterback had a catastrophic injury in the fourth quarter?
Down 30?
I'm not talking about the game. I'm not talking about the record hand. I'm talking about the injury that happened to Jaden Daniels last night.
Yeah, it's
you
crazy.
wanted him to pull him before that?
If you're down by 30 in the fourth quarter, yeah, I'd say the game's over. Maybe see somebody else.
Again, I get these conversations with Ty. So I didn't see that play. I heard about it on Twitter, so I didn't see it. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, my God. Do you believe, by the way, the X-rays were negative on that? How in the world?
That's impossible.
How in the world is that humanly possible?
So I'm just confused then. So what that means...
Well, I think he's still, out.
But what's, the diagnosis? Is it,
dislocated? I guess it can be dislocated, but I don't know.
But not broken.
And then it would be negative, I still think.
Yeah.
I guess.
So anyway, this is what I get from Ty yesterday. Hang on a second. He must have texted me a lot. I don't know what he said. He said, why is he in the game down 31? Oh, yeah, Daniels just broke his arm. Playing in a game down 31 with 8 minutes left. Am I also wrong for saying he shouldn't be playing? Or is this, quote, the NFL? That sounds like Dad has probably said to him before. This is the NFL. That was him taking a shot at me. Because it is weird. But it does happen in the NFL. Guys don't come out of the game.
Yeah, but okay, you're down by 31. You've had injuries
I get it.
During the season already that you've missed games because. What were you hanging on to?
I think is it a stupid thing that happens in the NFL though? Because it does happen in the NFL. You can't. There are not a lot of times guys come out of a game. It does happen, but very few times.
I think it happens if you're up by a lot, or it happens if you're down by a lot.
Yeah, I think more often up though is my point. I think if you're down, I don't think they take guys out usually.
Okay, yeah.
Should they? I guess this would be yes.
Yes. Yeah, I think the way that they had no business being in that game. They were getting dominated in all aspects of that game. And when you're down by 31 with 8 minutes left in the game, you aren't going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay, and I get there's always, hey, you never say never. Okay, you aren't coming back. I just don't get what the point was.
How much time was left?
8 minutes.
When he got hurt, there was 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
You're down by 31 points.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with the idea. I'm just also saying it does not happen very often.
But I'm just saying, so should there be responsibility on Quinn then, no? Just got unlucky?
Yeah, I don't think you get fired for that. Okay. Is that if that's what you're asking me? Is it a responsibility? Okay. Yeah, I think people need to have Coach, and I think this is starting to happen in some areas. I think in sports we get into this thing oh, wait, there's an unwritten rule, you don't come out of the game or something. Well, how about a logic rule? Why put your quarterback at risk in a game like that when you know what's there to gain? And who cares about the unwritten rule or whatever else? But I think it goes down to okay, are you supposed to take the offensive lineman out too? Are you supposed to take the running back out too? Are you supposed to take the wide receiver out too?
Okay, but we're talking about the quarterback.
I understand.
There's a reason why the quarterback has to wear the red jersey in practice.
I get it.
Right? Because you can't afford to get him hurt. offensive linemen aren't wearing red jerseys.
I
right?
think that's what
go ahead.
Run the ball.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Well, and he was trying to run the ball, but with obviously his quarterback. But like this, this is my whole thing where it's the most important position, right? And he had injuries up until that point. So yeah, either you run the football, you do short pass, whatever, but like don't let him go out there. And sometimes it falls on a coach to save, yourself from yourself, basically, right? Yeah. And I'm sure Daniels is trying to make a play for all that stuff. Fine. But you can't afford to have that happen. Like that's unacceptable. And like even like the post press conference, like this is why I asked the question, because I'm just thinking like if this happened in Jacksonville, I think about what the locker room would think right now and how everything was handled and how he answered the question after, where he didn't really want to take accountability for it. You can run the risk of losing locker rooms like that. So that's why I just brought it up.
No, listen, I don't mind the conversation. I think, Austin, all these things should be in what people don't, I think, fully wrap their arms around with in the competition of the NFL, the professionalism of the NFL, and sometimes this is the way it's always been done in the NFL, is they don't now factor in, but you're talking about $40 and $50 million investments. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what you're talking about right now. Like, bubble wrap when you can bubble wrap. And you have the opportunity. And so that's where I think the thinking has to change. I would take Myles Garrett out of a game at that point.
Yeah.
I'm seriously, I would at least think about it.
But look at Myles Garrett.
You can't lose this guy.
Yeah, but look I don't think Myles Garrett's built to get hurt.
Well,
and I get like freak accidents always happen.
This was freaky.
I know, but when we're talking about your franchise quarterback, that obviously last year, rookie of the year and everything, like really put your team on the map. And this year he has a little injuries, and you want to say in the press conference that you weren't supposed to do that. You're supposed to hand the ball off, and now you're trying to pass blame and say it was his fault. Like, no, he's a quarterback trying to will his team to points.
Yeah,
that's what quarterbacks do. So then as your job, it's got to be as a head coach to save your quarterback from himself. You weren't going to win down by 31 points with 8 minutes left, right? I like the whole narrative. You're fighting to the end. That's how football should be. Make no mistake about it. But when you're talking about your franchise player getting hurt on a play that didn't have to happen, at least you have to have the narrative of like, well, what are we doing, Dan?
Yeah. And again, the post game doesn't help it all out too.
No,
where he doesn't take accountability. How about the Bears win?
Oh yeah, that
was an amazing.
I want to find that tweet.
That was. Yeah, Jamar Chase had, that whole post game. Did you see that?
Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase, and then Chase Brown and the whole. Yeah,
the whole one stop. Is that? Did I see?
Well,
that
you want
right?
to talk about a civil war? Yeah, that seems like the offense and defense right now are kind of.
I think I saw something where the Bengals have given up over 500 yards of offense 3 times this year. Mm-hmm. The rest of the league has combined to do it twice. And hey, they fired the defensive coordinator. I don't know if it's the defensive coordinator. That's a personnel problem, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
It's 2 years in a row.
Now
they can't stop anything.
Yeah. And now they're asking, they're getting rid of Trey Hendrickson, or they're trying to get a first-round pick for him. They're like, this defense is not savable.
The Bengals had a kickoff return for a touchdown, blocked field goal, recovered an onside kick, 500 yards of offense, 2 receivers with over 100 yards, 15 points, scored in less than a minute, scored 42 total points, and lost.
By the way, Ben Johnson doing a pretty good job with the record, 5-3, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's an interesting parallel to watch what they do in Chicago, similar situations, and they are 5-3 just like the Jags are. Yeah. And to go win that game is pretty impressive. While fourth quarter, the Lions all of a sudden now you look up and they're 5-3. That was a heck of a win by the Vikings. And just so you know,
did you watch that game at all, Austin?
I did. Yeah.
How does that happen?
What
How did the Lions lose?
Oh, I think. Once again, it's a week-by-week basis. Vikings defense kind of showed up a little bit.
Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs had 9 carries for 25 yards.
Didn't look that great. Montgomery had the touchdown and everything. Yeah, Vikings defense showed up, and it was wild, man, because I felt like Detroit coming off the bye kind of showed, okay, like now we're the real deal. They took a step back for sure.
Yeah, they still play. They play the Commanders next week. That shouldn't be a problem. But the Eagles, Giants shouldn't be a problem. The Packers, the Cowboys, the Rams, the Steelers, the Vikings again, and the Bears, the Lions. I don't. That's an interesting division. The Packers lose to Panthers. It looks like such a good division sometimes.
I know.
And then you have a week like this, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. How good is that division?
I'll say this much about the Packers and everything. Because on paper, they're a great team, I think. To me, they remind me a little bit of some stuff that's going on in Jacksonville. They don't know who they are, like their identity. Like Jacksonville now, we're starting to be apparently clear. Run the football, and then play complementary football. Green Bay doesn't know what they want to do. They don't know who they want to throw to. They don't know whether they want to run or pass. They don't want to elevate Jordan Love and let him take over the team. It's more Josh Jacobs. It's crazy because they have so much talent. It's just they don't really seem how to harness it right now.
How about one other one to tell you about? How about Mac Jones? Nice little run for Mac here now. I think he's 3-2 in his last 5 games and playing good. Had a nice day against the Giants. Now, it's not a bad deal when you can dump it off to Christian McCaffrey, who had 200 yards.
Listen, George Kittle might be like Orlando Brown in terms of Orlando Pace in terms of just blocking. Because if I have to watch one more game, and they're not wrong, but ever since he came back, man, Christian McCaffrey is gone off now.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's not really catching the ball much, right?
Yeah.
Fantasy-wise or whatever.
No, without a doubt. So then, me constantly hearing that is well, I hope Brenton Strange comes back soon. Right? Because that's maybe what's happening in Jacksonville.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Could that have that kind of impact?
I think it does.
And we think it could, too. But, hey, good for Mac Jones, man. Well, and Shanahan, it really is good. Yeah. Shanahan's just – I think it makes you wonder about – Purdy's coming back next week.
Matt could have got $250 million in the NFL. It was close.
What do you mean?
Purdy got it.
Oh, because if they had picked him 3 overall?
Yeah.
Well, does it make you think about Purdy? Mm-hmm. And do they have a tough decision to make? Or you got to go with your $50 million quarterback, right?
Yeah. Just because I don't think Mac really looked godly against the Houston Texans. Now that's a great defense he played against. But
he wasn't great. 19-32, 193. Although people have had worse, 2 touchdowns and a pick in that game. They've managed him pretty well, but again, he was 19-24, 235, 2 touchdowns, no picks yesterday against a good Giants defense.
Yeah,
they scored 34 points. So I'm not suggesting that's what it will be, but I also think that's why Purdy, they gave him another week this week because they don't really need to force him in. They're getting pretty good play at that quarterback position. And hey, Mac knew he wanted to end up there. I think he had other offers, and he's like, I want to go learn under Shanahan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And seems like a pretty good opportunity for him and making the most of it right now. Hey, let's take a break. We come back a little forward to Georgia. What do you think? Is DJ Lagway the guy going forward? If Lane Kiffin gets the job, is he keeping DJ Lagway? Or is he bringing somebody else in? That's really the simplest way to ask the question. Talk a little forward to Georgia when we come back. Take it until 1 o'clock. Once again, Jags Report live tonight on Fox 37 o'clock. Bashal Tootin, the Jaguars running back, will be our guest. And, hey, it's lunchtime. It's a good time for Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. Check them out at masonslobster.com. And you can see the 2 different locations, Fernandina Beach and the Town Center. masonslobster.com for Mason's Famous Lobster Rolls. We'll see you tonight for Jags Report Live. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit. When you hear that, you think Bono's Pit Barbecue, a staple in Northeast Florida now for 75 years. A place that feels like home with friendly service, a meeting place for friends, family, or business occasions. On the menu, the corn nuggets are a favorite in our house, but there's something for everyone. Sandwiches, platters, salads, sides, desserts, and family feasts. You see Bono's all over the place in Northeast Florida. You know, there are almost 20 locations in the Jacksonville area now, so stop on by, sit down, and dine in with Bono's. You can also take it to go. There are drive-thrus in many of the locations, and they have delivery options too. Just download the Bono's app to make things easy. I signed up for the loyalty program, and you can too, to get special offers. If Jacksonville is home, few things feel more Jacksonville than Bono's Pit Barbecue. Celebrate 75 years and many more to come. Bono's Pit Barbecue. If you don't see a pit, it ain't legit.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jacks 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters, and to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner, he's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet is truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground, the water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network.
Hey, look at that. Got to break this out. We made
This is
last year.
amazing.
This was made last year.
Very
good. Very good. A cool graphic, isn't it?
That's well done.
Well done.
I like it.
I think Danielle made that last year.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, far be it from me to be overcritical, but we should have had like the Ryan Nielsen year where we had to, we had to put on some weight, and then we had to take some weight back on. You know, like kind of like
that would actually be really good.
Out to the corner. Oh no! Put on 20 pounds. Let's get him back
Grabbing
on track.
some chips.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's pretty funny. But he does tie the mark. I didn't realize until after they didn't get credit. They announced it in the press box initially as a sack for Hines-Allen, and then they split it. Must have been shortly after. One of them, so it was 1.5. But end of the day, he's the all-time leader now. He's just got company for momentarily. Hopefully, it's not that long. And good for Josh. He's been obviously close to that for a while. It's been a sluggish start from a sack total standpoint. I'm not sure the play has been as sluggish as the stats represent, but I also get it. You know, I mean, people want to see sacks. They want to see the numbers, and there are plenty of guys at a high level around the National Football League that are getting them, whether Trayvon's in or not. And so he's got to find a way to get to the quarterback a little bit more and make the numbers. Listen, it's not going to feel good if you're paying a guy $28 million and he ends up with 5 sacks.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's reality, even though I think I could sit here and argue, and I think the Jags would too. The play has been better than the numbers.
No, without a doubt. And once again, I say this all the time, it is more than just the quarterback sack numbers, right? But that is kind of the end-all, be-all category. Let me ask you this, with, you know, speaking of numbers and like the categories and everything. So obviously with Josh Hines-Allen, you know, it's directly to quarterback sacks. Trevor Lawrence, obviously very polarizing individual in this city. Like, when you talk about the quarterback position, what's the one thing that you look at? Set aside from wins and losses, because, I mean, to anybody, it's about wins and losses. But then what's the next thing? Do you look at completion percentage? Do you look at touchdowns? Do you look at interceptions? Like, what's the one that you look at where it's like, okay, this is...
I feel like I go to touchdowns and interceptions first. I'm not sure everybody does. I don't go to yards. If you did go to yards, Trevor's actually like 8th or 9th in the league. Wouldn't be bad. I think rating is an interesting one, even though we think it's goofy. But it does kind of doesn't always tell the story, though.
Yeah, see, like, I could say I think rating is a great one, but I don't know what the rating is. Like, I don't know how you get it. Yeah. And unless I know how to actually calculate it, how can I sit here and say, oh, this is what I judge a quarterback based off of? You know?
Yeah, I agree. So I do when I deep dive, I look at the completion percentage now. A lot, but I think I really go to touchdowns, interceptions. What about you?
That's kind of what I get to as well.
How about you, Hamby?
I was doing deep research on Tony Brackens. What was the question?
Quarterback, if you look at quarterback, what's the first stat you go to be like, hey, this guy's playing well or not?
Completion percentage.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, then Trevor's like 30th in the league.
Yeah, it's not good. I care a ton about completion percentage, especially in today's NFL. I don't really care about yards as much because, again, like you guys have mentioned all the time, you know, who cares if you threw for 300? And most guys are not throwing for 300 anyway. I don't really care. I mean, touchdowns is great, but as long as your team is scoring touchdowns, I don't care if the quarterback is or not. I care about completion percentage because I think that's the way of the NFL right now is you got to get the ball in your playmakers' hands. And if step one for any good quarterback, this is why it's the first thing. Obviously, there are many things that are important. First thing is, are you getting the football in your playmakers' hands and giving them a chance? If not, then how can you be a good quarterback?
Okay, well, his completion percentage is terrible. So is that your moniker? Do you say, hey, he's playing terrible football?
Well, no, I don't say he's playing terrible football again.
But you have to catch yourself. Are you couching it just to, hey, I got your back,
yes,
Trevor? You know what I mean?
So,
because I'll do that.
Sure.
Yeah. I know the drops. Like, drops exist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, again, it's the first thing I look at, not the only thing. Second of all, I do put a ton into the drops as far as where are these incompletions? Are they just wild misses all the time, or are they catchable footballs that aren't being caught? Now, I would be the first to say he has got to be more accurate in the 0 to 5, 0 to 7 yard range to the line of scrimmage. We can't have misses there. On a quick out, that ball's got to be caught 99% of the time. Unless the guy jumps it, like Gino wishes that ball would have been incomplete and he would have thrown it in the dirt because Buster Brown jumped that quick out yesterday.
Yeah.
That's the only really exception of when that ball cannot be completed and your guy can't have an easy completion and get you ahead of the sticks, all that good stuff, playing on time within the offense, especially for a team that wants to run the ball. If you can be really accurate and complete footballs at 70% and you're always ahead of the chains and you can run, you're pretty much going to be automatic to score points every drive.
Brent, not sure if you're cheating right now, but who leads the league in completion percentage?
I actually looked it up yesterday.
Okay, let me give me I'm going to go top 3.
That you think? I mean, I have the top 25. By the way,
It's actually not even close.
I'm not going to say it.
Oh well, I mean, this is recent, but give me Sam Darnold or Jared Goff.
So Jared Goff is 2nd. Sam Darnold is 6th.
6th. Okay.
The guy leading is at 74.7%.
I may have had
74%.
I may have had a TED Talk hyping this guy up this year.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jalen Hurts.
No, but that was a separate TED Talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I wouldn't have thought he was that high, but
Jalen Hurts is 8th right now at 70%.
That's 70% is 8.
Oh, it's got to be Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is 9th with 69.6. Probably didn't help himself yesterday.
What in the world? Okay, I give
This guy's on a good team.
We just mentioned him.
Talked about him. Might have compared him to
Are they
other
a
guys
Super
in
Bowl
his
team?
quarterback class and said, surprisingly, I think he'll be the best quarterback in his class.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones? Nope.
Mac Jones.
Not Mac Jones.
Best
Drake
quarterback
May.
in his class?
Drake May.
74.7, I think it is, right?
I have 74.1.
Okay,
yeah.
74.1.
That's insane.
Trevor, Daniel Griffith says this: the last four of the last 5 games, 67.7, 72%, 64.3, 67.7% for Trevor.
That's good.
So it's the Rams game was bad.
Yes.
But other than that, he's been way more accurate.
So here's the wild thing. Baker Mayfield's 22nd right now with 63.9.
Interesting. I just did this. If you get, I can't sit there and say, 21 drops, take them all away and add them to his completions. I think if you took half of those, because the league average is right around 8 or 9, so if you give him half, he's actually 63%, 63.2.
Which is not
which
great.
Still isn't great.
No. Well, it's actually not good.
But
I think the ball
to your
should
point,
be 65.
Baker's doing the same. Maybe that's the offense. It's a riskier offense, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you got Mahomes kind of in the bottom list.
Yeah, Mahomes just went 50 to 34 yesterday.
Mahomes is 64 and yes.
So again, different offenses. Again, there's a lot of pitch and catch in some offenses where you're going to inflate it, and that's not a bad thing. And that's the way the league has gone as well. But the Jags are like last year's team or Doug's offense. They were throwing a ton of bubble screens where you're going to have a great catch rate, right? Mm-hmm. They're not doing that. Hardly any of that.
Yeah.
With this offense. Mm-hmm. And heck, the Jags have been pretty bad at just the screenplay.
Yeah.
Did
we run one yesterday?
Yeah, they ran several, but they're 4 and 5 yard screenplays. They can't break one still. It seems like it's very clogged up. Now, listen, 4 or 5 yards is still better than nothing. But then they did complete some, and it was to ETN, so you get him the ball. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
But they still don't look like clean. The screen that you think like, oh yeah, let's set it up. Boom.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it.
Y'all know which quarterback has the most touchdown passes this year?
Yeah, it's Stafford.
So do you know all the stats?
I looked all this up last night at the plane.
I don't know, Hamby. I mean, you got anything else for me?
Who leads the league in picks?
Interception, Gino.
Okay, he's tied with one other person.
Oof.
Don't overthink this one.
Brett, you know it? Don't overthink it?
Yeah, it's a guy that does a lot of picks.
Okay.
I think I know it. You
Tua?
were about to say it.
Tua? Yeah, okay.
Does Tua naturally
Well,
all the
just
time
wild,
throw a lot of
'cause-
picks? I don't think he has a reputation of throwing a lot of picks.
I don't know, but then I see his completion percentage. He's
What's
up
his?
there. Tua's 13th with 67.9.
That's because they throw it to Achane 500 times, like on a swing pass.
That's a good point.
That's the other
Good
thing.
point.
How many of those swing passes yesterday to ETN are behind the line of scrimmage? See, those are easy plays, but they're actually behind the line of scrimmage instead of forward passes. Does it matter? No, I don't think so. Hey, the most important thing, I did this last night, and the Jags brought Trevor Lawrence here for a lot of reasons. The most important was to flip this franchise around. 3 out of the last 4 years, he's got a 500 or better record. And I know that's not like the most unbelievable metric in the world, but it is in Jacksonville. They've had two times in the franchise's history where they've had a 500 or better record 3 out of the last 4 years.
My guy said, go ahead.
That was in 2004 to 2007 and 96 to 99. They were actually over 500 all 4 the years in those stretches. And who knows where this season ends up. So I'm not saying Trevor's even going to get there. but he has been a part of them at least trying to flip this deal a bit. So he's got to be doing something right, even if it's not as great as everybody wants. And we all admit that. I get that. But job number one is to win games. Really, one of the most important jobs is to run the offense. Yesterday, he did a great job of that. And Liam Coen says he's doing a good job of that overall. Yeah. Now you just got to – and hey, another job is to be clutch and win. He's got 3 game-winning drives. So, like, he's checking some of the boxes, but he's not your fantasy darling. And I'm not sure if he's going to be the way people want him to be.
No, without a doubt. And, like, a lot of things say the numbers, right? And, I mean, I sub for this too. Like, you know, you look at the box score, and that's what people want to do. My guy said, screw the in-flight entertainment, and just looked at all the stats last night of the plane, huh? Man.
I was prepping for the show.
Go watch Dune 2's available on the in-flight entertainment. Go enjoy yourself for a couple hours, man. Like, this dude went all the quarterback stats. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
I was really dissecting it. But it is, I will say this, it's alarmingly bad to see Trevor so far down some of the stats. And I do think there's something to be said for it. And I don't like that. And that's why I think, because I feel like he played, again, yesterday, it's not going to be a great stat day. I thought he played really well outside of the one play. Like, I thought he played a really good football game.
Yeah.
And it's not really good enough for most people. And I get that. That's fine.
Mark Schlereth talking to you.
Yeah, so what's the deal with Schlereth? We'll get to the Lagway question in a moment. But what's the deal with Schlereth? People were, because again, we don't
had money on the Raiders. Maybe, I don't know.
Is he just a Jags hater?
Well, he was last time.
He was extremely critical of every single Trevor Lawrence throw. Some could have been warranted. Some I don't think were warranted. It was just dude was super analytical of Trevor. It was weird. Like, it was noticeable. You know, it's bad when I notice it.
Yeah,
because I don't notice. I don't really notice a lot in NFL commentary. I don't pay attention a lot. I always notice Schlereth for some reason.
He had the Texans game, I believe. Trevor didn't play well, and I remember him. He gave it to him pretty good on that one.
He had another game though too, because it was
I think this is the third one.
The Texans game. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, the national guys are really on Trevor now. You know, they're definitely. And Schlereth has done at least 3 Jags games this year. A lot of Fox games for the Jags. So,
Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt, Homer, Texas, against the Texans this week.
Oh my gosh, Jags fans are gonna love that.
They're gonna hate it.
Oh my gosh,
how is that a thing?
Is that real?
Yes, it's Ian Eagle,
J.J.
Watt.
J.J. Watt's even calling games.
And
honestly.
Washburn.
I didn't know
he's been calling.
I had no idea. This is his first Jaguars game he's calling. Yeah,
I think so.
But
it's against Houston.
Oh,
yep. We just missed Catalan.
I don't like it, Brent.
I talked to Catalan this weekend. I was like, "We're never going to get you. We'll keep an eye on that Chargers game, maybe with Catalan. We'll see. They don't know yet. 2 weeks out in advance, but really, J.J. Watt's doing the Houston. Oh my gosh, Jags fans are going to lose their mind.
Mm-hmm. And if Aziz comes and has a dirty hit, J.J. defends it.
Oh, come on!
He might overplay the other side.
JJ?
He could.
He might.
You think so, Brent?
I think JJ Watt's a good dude.
Divisional game? I have a hard time believing it. I don't know.
They're putting him in a tough spot. That's a tough spot.
I mean, I just try to put myself in JJ Watt. Like, if I was calling the Houston Jaguars game and I was working the box, if the Jaguars win, I'm giving. Fire me. I don't care. Dub, baby. Dub. No. That's what I would do. I mean,
this is the money.
This is my only game. This is my only game I'm calling.
So it's really, that whole deal is, that's wild. That is crazy. If you thought Schlereth was bad, you're going to have a hard time on Sunday, folks.
Man. Glazing Davis Mills, can you imagine?
It was
Chris Collinsworth Jr., J.J. Watt.
It's an old joke, but it never does get old. Yesterday we were watching the game. Austen and Stroud goes out. And
careful now.
And Brent goes, "Oh no, what's their backup long neck dude?"
yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember him. That's amazing. They've stuck with him for a long time, by the way.
No,
he's not bad.
He's not bad.
He's been okay.
He's torched the Jags before.
Well, who hasn't? This will be my favorite part of the NFL. The Jags be like, oh, the Jags have to win. If they don't have C.J. Stroud, they got to win. Like, yeah, okay.
It's the same guy.
Have you been watching?
Jake Browning's like.
Yeah. And
he got replaced for Joe Flacco.
The way Stroud has played, you could question whether it's a good or bad thing he's not playing.
I mean, yeah.
It's been just okay.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes.
Oh, we got some Yoda news.
According to Yoda, the Jags are mulling over 6 trades right now.
Cup?
Cooper Kupp? I don't think
Would
so.
I? Oh, who knows, Brandon? Maybe he knows something. Hey, what a redemption arc if Cooper Kupp gets here, 5 months, 6 months too late, but he still gets here.
Not only that, but you add the compliment of almost naming his kid after him from Coen.
Now we're talking.
Now the odds go up.
See? There might be something to this. Do we start pushing the Cooper Kupp agenda? Did he even play yesterday?
I have no idea.
I mean, I saw Njigba had like 175 yards or whatever.
He did it again.
That guy's on
Schlereth is a noted ass. I'm not sure why folks are surprised about this.
I like that.
I kind of would like to be that label in a way.
Noted
ass.
Oh, he didn't play. Okay, he did not play.
Hey, Glenn, I don't give a damn what Franchi said about the Gators. Did he just put that in the chat?
What's wrong with that, man? What's wrong? Come on, we're working together.
We're working together.
Jaguars happy hour. 4 to 6 tonight.
On Jaguars.com.
Oh, no, it's on a station.
Yeah, no crap it is. It's on Jaguars.com.
And it's also on a station
Jaguars
too.
YouTube.
It's everywhere.
Or YouTube, I mean.
Yeah, he did say that.
It's a conglomerate.
Listen, learn our business.
Learn your business.
When it's a Monday Night Football game, we don't say it's on First Coast News. We say it's on ESPN.
Because it's not on First Coast News, though, is it?
It's on ABC.
Okay.
It's on ESPN instead.
Yeah.
These are tricks of the trade.
Tricks of the trade. I'm actually on 1010 XL today. Like, what do you want me to tell? Like, I don't know. What is it? It's like Voldemort. I can't say that.
Nah, you're not supposed to say it.
I could have sworn we're not in the same competition anymore because they're doing the radio and we get the streaming.
That's right. And they're trying though.
You're dressed like Dan. Well, you're supposed to dress like Dan Hicken, and we're just gonna assume that's cool. But I can't even name drop the brand that you're gonna dress up from. Okay. I mean, be consistent at least.
Well, yeah, I'm not consistent on this front. You're right. Devon Hills goes to Buxton.
Okay, I'm gonna say one thing about this movie now. All right, spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Well, no, if you don't want to hear it, then just go ahead and log off for like 10 seconds, then come back on. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Hey, so the whole movie's the premise of like a nuke is gonna hit someplace in the country, and it's like it's stressful, and it's like the perspective of three different sides, right? So it's the president, and then it's people like that are trying to counter the nuke, and then it's like the Secretary of Defense, right? So intense. The first 2 hours, just intense. Mm-hmm. The last thing that I was thinking of in those first 2 hours of just intensity of is this bomb going to hit or not is, you know what this movie's missing? Angel Reese and her cameo.
No.
Oh, we get an Angel Reese cameo now.
No.
We get a nice Angel Reese cameo for about a good 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't see Kane Clark, though, but we saw Angel Reese. Oh, yeah. Angel Reese.
Where does this movie take place?
Was she villain or hero?
She's helping out the kids. She's helping out the kids.
Was.
Yeah. No. Everybody might have got disintegrated eventually because we don't know what the bomb was going to do. But she's helping out the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Delphonic, very good comp right there, by the way, especially since the Raiders known as the Black Hole, right?
Oh, good call. Yep. Good call. All right, spoiler over.
And I feel that's how this movie ended.
Yeah, well, welcome back. Spoiler over.
Hey, about 15 minutes ago, I asked the question.
Mm-hmm.
If Lane Kiffin gets the Gators job, is DJ Lagway the quarterback?
Hell no.
Is that where the Gator fans are on DJ Lagway? Or does he turn him into? He just took a Division II quarterback most of this year, by the way.
Of course.
And they're winning football games.
Let me ask you guys this. Does DJ Lagway have a decent arm?
Arm strength?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Unbelievable arm.
Okay.
I don't know why I hesitated there.
Yeah. Is he pretty mobile?
Yeah. I think
he's not mobile. He ran it pretty well.
He ran it well against Georgia.
He's been banged up. He said he felt like he's got his legs back to him finally and everything else. Now I don't know what that means, but he's been banged up and they haven't really talked about it a lot, and they probably should have to help the young man out.
I'm gonna go overrated runner.
Well, I would say the bigger thing is overrated quarterback right now.
Well, that too.
But again, Lane Kiffin can get better play out of a guy with a talent. He's talented quarterback.
Well, and this is the point that I'm trying to make. Like, to me, a Lane Kiffin quarterback is you have to have the arm and you have to be able to run. I feel like Legway can do both those things if he's healthy. So to answer the question, I think if Lane Kiffin was to come to Florida, he could be the Lane Kiffin quarterback at the Gators.
I kind of feel like that too. Did you watch any of the Florida-Georgia game?
Of course, yeah.
What'd you take?
I got what I take away from it?
Yeah.
What was that smile?
Tell us what you got.
Oh, no. So the smile comes from something. So I got my truck on Saturday. I got a new vehicle.
Very nice.
Baby.
Yeah. Got it in Gainesville.
You went to Gainesville to get the truck.
It was that much of a deal. Yes. And then, so then when we got home, me and Rowan's watched the Florida-Georgia game because he was wanting to watch it. I'm like, yeah, why not? But there may have been a handler before I got in there. A handler of a certain coach that just got fired, maybe around the Gainesville area, that just pulled the trigger on a brand new Mercedes.
Napier. Got a new car? Well, you just
the SUV car-ish.
SUV, yeah. Well, you just
nice
got $9.8 million.
Well, that's what we were joking about. But yeah, so he literally pulled the trigger on. Well, he did. His handler did for him.
Okay.
During the right before the Florida-Georgia game, which I thought was kind of fun.
That's wild.
Yeah. But no, to answer your question, I did watch the game. And, it's what I expected. It's a rivalry game, going to be closer than expected. Came down to the wire.
I thought we got a good football game.
Yeah.
Not finally. Yeah, again, last year was okay. But this game isn't always great, to be honest.
Now,
and this was a good football game.
Now, can I selfishly say something about it?
Sure.
Hey, Kirby Smart.
Oh, my ears are picked up.
Hey, Kirby Smart.
Mm-hmm.
You're down by. Oh, I'm sorry. You're up by 3 at this point, right? Up by 3.
Yes.
They won by 3.
No, they were up by 4.
So whatever. Up by 4, 3 doesn't matter. The spread was 7.5, right? Yeah. So that's all I care about.
That was amazing.
So if that's the case, and Gunnar Stockton, I feel like okay, you're not gonna win the Heisman, so no need to pad those numbers. But last time I checked, it's Florida-Georgia, right? Kind of a rivalry game. If you have a chance to score a touchdown and go up by whatever 10 and 11,
that's actually a good point.
Go for the throat.
I wasn't thinking.
Win the game.
I was thinking. Vegas.
Win the game by 10 or 11, then, right? No mercy. No. Oh, let's take a knee at the 1. Because we're Georgia now. This is who we are. We have some respect for. No.
That has nothing to do with respect for the opponent.
Then what does that have to do with?
We just did this against Auburn 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Gunnar Stockton scored in the exact same situation.
Okay.
And Kirby called him over to the sideline and said, hey, you should have gone down.
Why?
Because it gives the other team an opportunity.
To put up a 12-point touchdown to win the game?
Well, it gives him 50 seconds.
To score a 12-point touchdown to win the game?
Take the kickoff back.
Did I miss this memo where all of a sudden you can get 12 points and a touchdown?
2% chance of winning the game is different than 0%.
Yeah, and I'll take a 10-point win or 11-point win over a 3-point win any day of the week.
I could argue this on this front. I could argue the chances of coming back with 45, 50 seconds to go, down 12, are the same as losing a fumble on the snap, up 3.5, up 4 points.
Nope. That showed me all you know about the Georgia Bulldogs this year, Brent. Lacking that killer mentality. It's all good.
Awesome.
It's all good.
Yep. See ya. Don't need you.
It's all good.
That was amazing though, because the over/under was 50 and a half.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, I know
what all the bets were because not only did the show bets have to do with it, but me not having to throw out the dartboard had to do with it as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you would have won that one.
Would have won it.
Would you have beat me though?
I would have had 32.
Yeah, you wouldn't have beat me.
Okay, I feel better.
But anyway, Hamby, you should have been rooting for the touchdown.
Hamby would have been throwing the darts.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so I am pissed.
Yeah.
And
Hamby,
so Kirby Smart.
That's amazing. So it did.
Yeah, screw me over.
Bad beat.
No, yeah. But also.
And Hamby, we would have won a pick on the spreads.
I was so cocky too, Brent.
So were they.
Brent, because I told Ronan what happened. And I'm like, oh, dude, watch this. They're going to put because this is Florida, Georgia, right? Like, no, don't milk out the clock. Like, if they give it to you. And then Gunnar Stockton, I'm like, oh, the quarterback keeper. Love it. Get him in the end zone. Celebrate. No. Take a knee on the 1 and then push the Florida Gators and get a scrap because, it's a rivalry instead of putting 10 or 11 I almost swore on their selves.
Actually, I would have had like $33 if Georgia would have covered.
Would have came down to the wire. I think it was 30. Was that 32? I don't know.
Wow.
Whatever.
I didn't know that was for your bet.
That would have
too.
been fun, though, if
That
it was
would have been
35,
unbelievable.
33, 32 or something like that.
All right.
Whatever,
So,
man.
hey, good win for Georgia as they get it done. I still don't think Georgia's great.
Okay.
It's this guy. You have so much.
I mean, Hamby.
Just like, hey, they're Georgia. They're good.
So, by the way, Hamby, it would have netted me 33-72. Would that beat you?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pissed. Then I'm pissed. Yeah, Hamby, you feel good about that Georgia game? How they looked?
No.
Okay.
But we when every other team in the SEC
We move. I got it.
okay, struggles, they lose. Georgia struggles,
They've struggled like 4 times this year now.
they win in different ways every single week. They need to score 50, they'll score 50. They need to gut one out and run the football and play good defense. They do it.
Listen, I appreciate
They
that.
win in every facet.
Let me
every
just ask you this
situation.
question. You're a big Georgia fan. Do you think Georgia's going to be one of the final 4 teams left in the country at the end of the year?
Yes.
Really?
Do I think we're going to win the national title? Probably not.
Probably.
Probably
Hey,
not.
Probably. Like,
I think
he
we're
said,
one of the
injuries
14.
happen. We don't know. We don't know.
Hey,
We
by the
don't
way,
know.
just saying, but saying doesn't throw an incompletion.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He doesn't.
I mean,
You're going to watch that Florida Georgia game and say, you know what? Could be.
by the way, Indiana might beat Georgia by 20.
Might be.
Yeah.
Hamby.
They beat everybody by 40.
What has Indiana showed you where you can't believe in them to curb stomp Georgia?
See y'all.
We will see y'all.
Glenn says, hey, they copied ASJ by making that other station a digital platform only. Now, if they're going to copy, they might want to utilize AI a little bit for the look. Because they're using the same thing as Long Island did for their mascot.
What is it? Oh, you talking about like all like the logos and everything?
The Sharks.
Or like the
was it the paint thing?
What's up?
What was it? What did you guys say the Long Island Sharks were made out of?
Oh yeah, Microsoft Paint.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah.
Well, so is the other place.
Oh, yeah,
in their
it's-
digital network.
It's very loud, ain't it? Very loud. Look like a NASCAR. Looking like an early '90s UFC fighter with all the endorsements on there. But see you guys 4-6.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
For the game day hustle and every day in between, juggling my show Jag Social to going under the Friday night lights and a social life, it's a daily tournament. But this ride, MVP status. The all-new 2024 Lincoln Nautilus isn't just my car, it's my personal locker room, office on the go, and VIP lounge on wheels. Let's talk tech. My profile remembers everything from customizing my dash display to setting the ambient lighting and my signature scent. And wireless charging, essential for live tweeting scores. Whether I'm packing for a beach day with friends or heading to the gym, there's space for every passion. After dominating all day, this becomes my recovery zone. The massage feature is like having a personal PT on call. Life's a non-stop game, but with this ride, I'm always on my A game. The 2024 Lincoln Nautilus. Drive your passion.
If you don't see a pit,